Oh my. Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
It's been a while. It always amazes me whenever we start these things and there's people here waiting, like, in the room. And I keep calling it chat room because it kind of reminds me of, like, old, like, Yahoo chats and stuff like that. But it's been a very, very long time since we've done a live video like this where we're just kind of hanging out and chilling.
At home.
Yeah, at home. We've been
Not in the
traveling a
park.
lot
Yeah.
and doing some live stuff in the parks. So, welcome. How you doing, NorCal Adventure 707?
Oh.
Good evening.
Put my sound on.
Creeper, yo! Exclamation point.
Yo.
Kristen Rose.
Hi.
Jennifer Sward, hello, hello. Zach, good evening. Welcome to the live stream, the
Oh,
Hangout.
thank you.
Robert, Brian,
It's
you
gonna change
all
again.
rock.
Eventually.
Oh, man. The Manson video was something that I was dreaming about doing for a very long time. So, oh man, everybody's coming
Hey,
in.
Harlesses.
Hello, what's up? Brandon, love the Hollywood videos. There's more
Thank you.
coming from Hollywood,
Pittsburgh.
just so you know.
I love Pittsburgh. It was great.
Did you say Pittsburgh?
Sort of.
It's funny that you joke about that, but people actually call it Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a
Why?
weird kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah,
Funko
there
video,
is.
what's up? How you
So
guys
is there
doing?
mining?
There is a lot of mining up in
So
Pittsburgh.
like a pickaxe?
Yeah, but that's not why they call it that.
Okay, I wouldn't know.
How you doing, Brian, Kristen,
Hair's all
Georgia? Everybody's showing up.
Happy
Holy cow.
Halloween from Texas.
Hello, Dallas. We are
Dallas.
going to be all up in Dallas at some point in about a month. Crazy, right? Texas Frightmare Weekend.
I think, isn't it?
Hmm?
I don't know. Don't ask me
The
questions.
end of April, beginning of May, we're going to be in Dallas for the Texas Frightmare Weekend. We're going to be there as media, as well as filming. Yins and Yudes. Yes.
Yeah.
Good to see everybody.
Hello, Mexico.
Are you guys moving to Cali?
Hello, Australia. I like saying where they're from when they say they're hi, Ohio.
Hello, Charles. Welcome to
happy.
Catching Us Live, which is kind of a weird thing to say, isn't it? New shirt.
This is your first time. Yay. Cool.
Okay. Canada, British, other miscellaneous. Hello from New Jersey. Hello, everybody from Florida. We are in Florida. We've been back for some time now. We've been putting out a lot of videos of Hollywood,
Yes.
Los Angeles. We still have more to come.
Thank you.
And in about 2 weeks, you're going to start seeing a lot of Texas videos.
Texas.
Just a heads up from that. We're getting ready to head to Austin. Jessica's birthday's coming up.
I'm gonna get so sunburned.
And we're going to go check out the bats, the Congress Street bats.
Yeah. I love bats. Bats, I think, are above all my favorite animals. Hey man, you are awesome. Love your channel. I was awesome meeting you in Orlando when you helped me with my battery.
Hey!
Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome to the live stream. Do you guys watch Supernatural? Happy early birthday. It's coming. When is your birthday?
Thank you. My birthday is April 3rd. I'm an Aries.
And where are we going to be?
Texas.
We're going to be watching bats. The largest bat colony in the country, maybe even
Thank
the
you.
world, fly out from the Congress Street Bridge.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. You guys, if you've watched our channels or even if you've just watched like our live videos and stuff, you know that I like all the creepy crawly animals, and I don't know, bats have just always been my favorite. They're like flying puppies. Miniature flying puppies.
Do you remember the time I brought a bat home?
Yeah.
I brought a baby
Oh,
bat
yeah.
home in a box. I
Sit
found
down
it.
and stared at it forever,
Yeah.
and then we let it go. Well, we were trying to make sure it didn't get hurt. We weren't holding it captive or anything. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. It really makes me happy.
It always amazes us whenever we do these things and you guys all show up like this. All the support that you've given us and continue to give us over the
I'm not gonna
YouTube
hang
channel
upside down
is
with the
awesome.
bats.
So thank you for that. Keep it coming. We have a lot of cool content coming.
Oh.
So bear with us. We're trying to get the videos out as fast as possible, but still, good editing and all that jazz. So,
Oh, thank you, Georgia.
Georgia, thank you.
So
Thank you.
much. It's really
Happy birthday.
sweet. It's not my birthday yet, but thank you for the early birthday wishes and the early birthday gift. I really appreciate it. We have watched the Netflix show Lock and Key, and we loved it. We can't wait for the second one. We're just now finishing up the amazing or
The Marvelous.
the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, we just finished that tonight. Well, season 3 tonight.
Yeah, we watched in like a week all 3 seasons. Um,
Yeah, we binged that.
yeah, well, it's something that like you see the picture of it, so you go and you read the description, and then the description's like, what? That sounds weird. I'm not gonna watch that, or it doesn't sound. It doesn't make sense. So we didn't get into it, and then we finally just decided to try it because everyone kept talking about it, and it was like, that's nothing like this show. Why did they write it like that? But okay,
Somebody just asked,
yeah.
and who was it here? Just real quick, I want to just talk about this before we do
Mm-hmm.
anything. S.H. Not sure what that stands for, but I like that. S.H. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Asked, how do you donate to
Oh,
the show?
Solomon's Castle. I'm gonna look that up.
Uh, so, first and foremost, you guys watching the videos and commenting and coming back time and time again is payment enough.
Yeah, it's
All
me.
our videos are free. Watch our videos. We do have a Patreon. If you go to any of our videos and look at the description, you'll find a link for a Patreon where you can join um, a monthly postcard club. And we've been traveling a lot, and we promise you there's a whole bunch of stuff that's still coming, including a Grim cast, a Grim video cast that we are organizing, which is going to be rather interesting. But you have to be a Patreon member to do that. $1 a month or more gets you access to all that. And then there's also a postcard club. Or you can do super chat when we do live chats. Now, enough of that. Just saying. All the information you need is in the description of the videos.
We might. Someone suggested this to us, and we look into it, but we forget because things happen in the day to day. That we might add a little button in our videos from PayPal where you can do donations
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. Because I think most people have asked us just can they send stuff through PayPal, and we try to direct them to Patreon or when we do lives and things like that. But PayPal is a very big company. They're pretty much universally known. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to look into that. We'll put a little button there. So if you don't want to join the Patreon or you just don't want to sign up for something new, then you can go ahead and do it that way if you like. But
I do also want to point out that every cent that comes in, whether it's a
thank
dollar
you.
or more or anything, goes 100% towards, holy crap, S.H. Thank you. Seriously.
I cry happy tears.
Don't,
Oh, Nessie.
Nessie. Um, every cent of that, S.H. and Georgia and everybody else who has ever contributed,
Just figured it out.
if
Thank you so much, Pumpkin.
if you watch
Mwah.
any of our
Oh, his
videos,
name is Scott. Thank you,
oh, Scott,
Scott.
thank you, Scott.
Thank you so much.
If you watch any of our videos, you know that we travel a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we sometimes we get into things because we're media. Sometimes we reach out to businesses like Ripley's has been awesome with us.
Ripley's have been great.
Madame Tussauds, I keep
Yeah.
saying Tussauds. Um, they love what we do, so they let us come in and film. But we do travel, so everything goes 100%
Yeah.
to travels and to videos and better sound and better audio and video.
We're trying to bring our camera game up. We do still kind of
So
come into
thank you.
some issues. We will listen to your guys' feedback a
Hmm.
lot. Thank you, Simone. And we're just always every day trying to make it better, trying to do what we can and learn different things to make it better for you guys. Because we love taking you with us on our trips. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, obviously, we get to experience the things together, and as newlyweds, that's just a wonderful thing for us, making memories and having a good marriage and life together. And, sorry. But, I mean, we take you guys, whenever we do stuff, we definitely have you in mind.
Mhm.
Like, it's never, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's like, oh my God, I want to go there. But a lot of times it's like, oh my God, we have to show them this. It's like, we gotta show this for YouTube. Oh my God, they're gonna lose their minds. And we hope that you're excited about it as much as we are. And we know that a lot of us and you guys have the same interests. So we know that when we get really excited about something, chances are you guys are gonna be really excited about it. So that makes us so much more happier documenting things and like getting to present it to you.
We get a lot of flack. I guess you would call it flack
Is
because
I'm bad at doing the hand heart thing.
we're obviously called the Grim Life Collective, and it's weird, but not weird to us. There's part of us that's Disney, and then there's part of us that's horror, and we somehow mix the two together. And a lot of people, we get a lot of messages from people saying, "Hey, we don't want to see any of the Disney stuff. We want to see nothing but horror."
And
Somebody
that's all fine and
somebody
dandy.
even said at one point, "You guys should change your name to the Disney Life Collective." And like, I get it. The channel is our travels. My wife and I are,
Yeah.
what we love, and we choose to share them with you. But rest assured, whether you're a Disney fan or a Famous Grave fan, or you find sometimes maybe a true
Like,
crime something a little disturbing, everything that we turn our camera on and point to, we're 100% genuine about.
I'm kidding.
We love everything about it. We want to share it with you, and we try to share it in the best way possible.
yeah.
So,
So,
Dark Disney. That's it. I like that.
yeah.
Dark Disney.
We know that not every single one of our interests are going to be the same for everybody else, but
Right?
it's a bit of a mix. We love horror, but we also love Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I love cartoons a whole lot. He likes really cheesy 70s horror. I like some of them, but a lot of them I can't get into. So like whenever he's like, "Oh my god, that's a really good movie." If I look up at like cuz usually it's on like Hulu, not Hulu, but it used to be Vudu.
Right.
Um all I have to do is look at the picture they're using, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to note out of that one. You go ahead and watch it. I'm just going to do something on my phone."
Somebody just asked the favorite horror movie. That's always changing, but I'm always leaning more towards Universal Monsters.
Scott. Thank you, Pumpkin.
Scott, start saying at haunted hotels on the travels.
Hotels.
Okay. That is a plan of ours. Trust me when I tell you this. That is a huge plan of ours. And here's why. So, I'm sure we've talked about this before, but I don't
Who's
know.
the blonde?
What? Who's the blonde?
Who's the blonde? It's me.
It's Jessica.
It's me. I'm going blonde. I haven't dyed it yet because you have to wait for your roots to grow quite a lot. I'm transitioning my hair color right now. So eventually it's gonna be lime green, like Slimer, like plopped on my head or something.
So there's a gentleman who just commented. His name's Spawn Ranch Worker.
Orange worker.
I'm gonna give you a little shout out. So in doing research for our video for the Spawn Ranch, we've watched a lot of videos, and then we came across the channel called Spawn Ranch Worker, and he commented on the video saying that he appreciated that we called the Manson family, what happened there at Spawn Ranch, a commune instead of a cult, and started making up a bunch of stuff. And I told Jessica about it when I came home today. And he commended,
so excited.
yeah, he commended us on
Yeah.
our take on that. And Jessica and I were talking. When we go to a location, such as a true crime location,
We do a lot of research.
we do a lot of research, but at the same time, we try to keep the information we give
Yeah.
to a minimum.
We're not in it for the shock factor.
Right.
You know, it's not like dun 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 murder.
Yeah. Like, we'd much rather the location speak for itself. So
Yeah.
we give you some information
Scott.
and then just let you experience the place just like us.
Mwah.
So there are a lot of really bad videos out there on that. Thank you, Scott.
Yes,
Seriously.
we try to keep it respectful, because at the end of the day, this was someone's family. This was someone's friend. It was a human life. There was pain. There was fear. You gotta respect those kind of things. You know, you gotta respect the memory of people, whether I knew them or not. You know, and we try to get our facts right because there can be a lot of hearsay, and we'll say if we don't know something, because I've never had a problem saying I was wrong or I was unsure, or speculation or the rumor is. You know, sometimes those are a favorite, like urban legends kind of thing. Sometimes facts become urban legends. And it's fun to dive into the facts of things to find out like what originated even urban legends. So a lot of stuff is tied in, and that's how it's really fascinating. But you know, you gotta. This was somebody's life. You gotta respect that. You know.
Speaking of respect, much respect to the channel, the gentleman, Spawn Ranch Worker,
Yeah.
for everything that you do, and keeping that place looking the way that it does, respectfully cleaning certain things. 'Cause I've seen pictures over the years, and
People
I
like
think
to
I
throw
read
their
that you
trash
actually
out.
go there and take care of it. So thank you for
very
doing
awesome.
that. It's a piece of history. It's a dark history, but it's history. And nature reclaimed that area, Spawn Ranch, but good job in keeping that memory alive for what it is. So thank you. Um, okay, so I do want to say something else. I feel like I should be taking notes. Scott uh, s- said, "Oh, Tim.
Thank you,
Oh, thank you,
Tim.
Tim. Well, Scott and Tim P. Not sure what the P stands for. My next tour is March 28th at 3 p.m. Thank you. Check out Spawn Ranch Worker. If we go out there again,
Deke.
we will be reaching out to you. What's that?
Deke Rivers says he's going into heart surgery on Monday.
No.
I hope that you're going to be okay, sir. Um, I know that stuff can be really, really scary. Um, Someone asked earlier why I wasn't in the Spawn Ranch photograph or the video for that day because I too have heart issues and it's super scary. I haven't gotten to the point where I need surgeries or anything, but I'm a vein avoiding specialist. But
And you were not wearing the proper footwear, and I was not going to let you down there.
well,
So there's
yeah.
poison oak, and who knows what else.
I was having an issue with my foot. I think the elevation. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Um, I was feeling the elevation of my first time in California. Not my first time up in the hills, but I was really feeling it. My heart was working really hard to pump my blood out, and I was just overall I wasn't feeling well. So we hope, Deke, that you pull through well, and let us know how you're doing when
Please
you get
do.
out and when you can contact again. And I hope you do well and have fun with the anesthesia.
And whenever you wake up, we're gonna have some crazy, crazy videos. We have 2 smaller videos coming. Wait, hands down my favorite channel, S. Scott, and I will always support you guys. Don't move to California.
Thank you, Scott.
Haunted
Hotels. We
All
would
right.
love to travel around and see more haunted hotels. Some places charge outrageous fees to see them, though. So we're definitely going to be looking into that more.
We're gonna tell you, Scott, because you brought up the haunted hotels, and something we would absolutely love to do. And there's a couple different reasons for this. One, can you imagine us staying up all night or most of the night, at least so we can get some sleep, and live streaming a haunted hotel, like a paranormal investigation?
I would love to live stream a paranormal investigation. We used to do that all the time in Savannah. We haven't done that since we've moved out of there.
When we
I'd love to do
travel,
it.
we get a rental car. We get probably the best darn rental car, most comfortable rental car that we can afford. And we hit the road for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and we sleep in the car every single night. Unless we're like visiting a friend or family and we stay there. But we end up usually sleeping in the car and taking a shower at a rest stop. Jim, brand new.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Love your channel, and
Oh, sorry, I missed that one.
thank you, folks. You're more than
Thank you,
welcome.
Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank
Seriously.
you. I am, Oh, thank you, Nightmare. The feed kind of goes really quickly, so I am trying to keep up with everyone's comments. So as you see, I'm actually screen capturing some of your suggestions. But someone was asking if we knew about a certain hotel. And I've lost it now. No. Do we know the story about the Song Hotel in California? I don't know the Song Hotel.
Never
Is that
heard
one
of
of the
that.
ones that they used? No, I wouldn't know if that was from them.
One of the so we get a lot of messages, and I'm all over the
Tea
place.
Mary.
So hold on. Okay, I'm getting all over the place. Usually, whenever we're traveling, we end up sleeping in the car because one, we'll drive till we can't drive anymore, so we can be at a certain place during sunrise, and then we film, and then we keep driving. So a lot of times, spending the night in a hotel doesn't really make sense to us, especially since we're constantly on the move. But we want to start incorporating like haunted places and weird roadside attractions, like the Clown Motel outside of like Las Vegas.
Oh, that just seems creepy.
Like staying
Is
in
that the one
places
that's,
like
in
that.
front of a ravine.
There's a bunch of clowns everywhere, like covering things like
I'm
that.
not afraid of clowns.
So
that's
as
fine.
the channel starts to grow and our Patreon starts to grow, and
We'll definitely check things out more. That's for sure. Yeah.
and we also have another piece of news. There's new stuff coming to our online store in like the next couple days.
Yeah, we don't have a proof to show you though because we
Not yet.
won't see them until they're here.
They should be in the mail,
Tomorrow.
and yeah, so rock
we
on
should
for
get
that.
them tomorrow.
So as everything starts to grow, you're going to start seeing a lot more of that. So stay tuned.
Baron Honey, I'm not sure if you had a question, but no one has an issue. So if you have a question, just go ahead and shoot out again if I missed it.
Oh, what happened?
I'm not really sure. Halloween lovers on Instagram and Facebook. Halloween, I was just going to say this earlier when we were talking about dark and spooky things and Disney, is that if you look around our house, you cannot escape two things. Horror or Disney, because that's how much we love the two. But the thing I think I consistently have the most around the house is pumpkin Mickeys.
She's obsessed with pumpkins and Mickeys.
I am obsessed with pumpkin. I oddly enough don't have one around me to like grab to show you because like I have them everywhere. But that is the one thing that I think is the most consistent throughout the house is horror memorabilia. We have usually whenever we go traveling, I think the most common thing we pick up is like magnets because that's the most common thing that places provide, but like for souvenirs that you can purchase. But we actually have all of ours in a box because they wouldn't fit on the fridge.
Someday we're gonna have to
Yeah.
have like a metal wall and
Yeah.
stick all of our magnets and everything
Yeah,
to
you
it.
can do that. I mean, you can buy stuff that has like metal borders and things that you can do that with. Yeah.
At some point in the next couple months, we're looking at buying not an RV,
Oh, I
but
think you were talking about this place.
not an RV, but something like a Honda Element that we can actually travel with and sleep in and carry stuff with, or some sort of SUV-ish kind of thing.
Lamborghini?
Yeah,
You were telling me about
I was
that,
there a
right?
long time ago. Yeah.
I haven't been there yet.
So that's coming as a piece of news. The new merchandise that's coming probably, let's see, by this
I
weekend.
would love to have a camper.
The new merchandise that's coming probably this weekend is going to be we have some holographic stickers made.
Scott! You pumpkin.
Scott, when you get here for Halloween Horror Nights, last year we did this thing. It was our HHN annual meetup. It was the very first
You do
one.
look like Jim Carrey.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. Now, when you guys come from Halloween Horror Nights this year, please keep in touch. Find us either here on YouTube or find us on Instagram, and keep in touch. We would love to meet up with you when we do Halloween Horror Nights. We're probably going to do another
We're gonna do a meetup. Probably in
meetup.
September.
But
September.
in case you're not here during that time, please let us know when you're in HHN. We do the season passes so we can go any day. And if he happens to work that day, then we will come after he worked because we sometimes don't get there until 11 o'clock at night. So please, 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 we would love to go to dinner with you guys.
So dinner or not, don't worry about that. You said you got dinner. Well, just get here, and we'll definitely get together.
Yes, Mark.
Wait, what happened?
He surprised me again with his donation, so I was
Oh.
like, "You pumpkin!" But that's a very loving term for me. Thank you so much. I mean, really, you just made our night. That is so very sweet. Any horror trips planned for the summer?
Yes. Well,
Aside from the ones coming up that we
okay.
already mentioned.
So real quick, we have two that's coming up. One, the 31st of this month, we're heading to Austin, and we'll be back on the 6th. And then at the end of April, beginning of May, we're going to be going to the Dallas area, and be back on the 6th. So.
What is behind me? Oh, that's our curtains. I don't think there's anything back there.
No.
Oh wait, no, I know what it is.
Oh, she's got these fluffs.
Yeah.
So, hold on.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we got those two big trips that are coming, and that's going to probably pull maybe about 10 to 15 new episodes from each. So that's like 30 new videos that are going to be coming from
lot.
Texas. We still have maybe 5 more from Hollywood and Los
Yeah.
Angeles that we are editing. 3 of them are already done. So be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of content coming. After Dallas, though, nothing is set in stone, and we are planning stuff. We are already in talks about what we're going to be doing for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
We're already in
Oh, I'm
talks
so
for what we're going to be
excited.
doing over my
gonna be a
birthday
first again
in
for me.
July.
Oh, I
So,
forgot that one.
thank you.
No, I didn't forget your birthday. I know your birthday.
No, but we're constantly thinking of new things where to go. So bear with it.
Yeah,
It's
super
coming.
excited for this Friday the 13th coming up.
Mhm.
But someone was asking what that was behind us because I guess whenever we move a little bit, you can see some of my pillows. And forgive him, he's covered in stuff, but it's toothless. This is what was
July 12th, my birthday.
this a birthday present or was this a Christmas present?
That
It was like
was-
a birthday present.
That was your no,
Yeah.
that was a Christmas present.
No, it was my birthday.
No.
Yeah. Are you
No.
sure?
Yeah, it was Christmas.
I'm not
It was
sure.
this year.
It was a gift. This is so yeah. So this is from Universal Studios. And I can't sleep on normal pillows. I have like character pillows because I guess it's the texture and the firmness. I like really, really firm pillows. So what you guys are seeing behind me is his face peeking up over another pillow. I sleep on his face.
Sorry if the
Oh, is it a bit blurry?
no, I
I
don't know
can't
if it's
tell.
getting a little blurred out
It's
or what.
fine.
I could be wrong. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I think sometime in the past I did do a
I'm
video
an Aries.
at Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, or at least I was there and I took pictures. Been wanting to go back. I don't think we did a video. This was years ago. Plan on going back at some point. Maybe when we head back up north at
I don't
some
think
point.
we've heard of that one. Galligum.
So much to do. What is it?
I think I'm saying that right. Galligum? Like Gallagher, Galligum? Wants to know if we know who Manic Street Preachers are. Their album, The Holy Bible, you might like. So I took a screen cap of that, and we will check them out and let you know.
I heard of them. Yes, one day I keep talking with my hands. One day we will be making it to the UK.
Yeah. So I'm from St. Louis. That's why the shirt. And I stole this from a friend last time I visited in St. Louis fashion. So
Ain't getting it
that's
back.
how that happens. No, not getting it back.
Okay. I promise you, next time we go north, we'll make a stop at Weston
Yeah.
Lunatic Asylum or Trans
We
Allegheny.
hope to get to the UK one day. We've made a couple of friends who live over there that we just, I mean, if they lived in the States, if they lived in Orlando, we would be hanging out all the time. We became really good friends. So we hope to be able to go to the UK. And one day I'm going to Scotland. It's gonna happen. I've made some really good friends in Scotland that I would love to visit. They're coming back this year for Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm excited.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Two things. Somebody asked, I just thought, Crypt Icon, Kansas City. Marissa Wyland, thank you for the spoopy Disney content.
Spoopy.
Thank you for loving the spoopy Disney content. We love Disney, and they just opened up Mickey's Runaway Railway, which if you've watched the video, it's phenomenal. And if you're going to Disney or plan on going to Disney, it's phenomenal. You need to watch it. I still think, and I stand by, they should have called it Mickey's Railroad.
Scott,
Just saying.
I love your face.
Scott.
I love your face so much.
Mr. Scott.
That you were. Ugh.
Mr. Scott.
I
Wait.
don't even have enough words. Like.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Janet. Rocky. It's Rocky Horror Picture Show. You were doing a different one. It's okay. But seriously, Scott, it's okay.
Damn it, Janet. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But Scott, seriously, man, like, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. We're in Orlando, so that's one. Where are you from, Scott? Scott.h. I have to ask. We may be sicking like vampires at you.
Thank you, Rodney. That's
Star
so
Trek
very
suck.
Sweet.
Calm down.
Well, you live long and prosper, sir.
She's like Star Trek. I am Star Wars.
I'm
But we
both.
like both. We like both. I like
I'm
old school
both.
Star Trek. You like
I grew
Deep
up-
Dork 9.
South Carolina. I grew up on the original Star Trek with my dad. And I was just at that age when The Next Generation came out that it made him very excited because he was in his 30s, mid 30s or so, the age that we are now. And I was about 8-ish. So his excitement got me excited, and he was so excited to share that with me that we used to just, I'd be wedged in between my mom and dad, because they had a TV in their bedroom, and we would watch Star Trek every night. So that's a very loving memory that I have that I got to share with my father in my youth. So that's one of the reasons why I'm a Trek. I do love it, though. I love Star Trek, but...
May the force be with you, sad lady. I feel like that needs to be on a sticker. May the force be with you, sad lady.
I love Star Wars too. The reason why I didn't get
Empire
I gotta
Strikes
wipe away
Back.
my tears. Look, I gotta wipe away my tears, guys. That was really good. The reason why I didn't get into Star Wars as much as Star Trek when I was young is because in St. Louis, where I'm from, they would play it as a marathon through like Thanksgiving, and we were always at a family member's house, and it was never like a really good experience. So I connected those two as like bad memories, and I had to separate them later on in order to actually enjoy Star Wars. And I think a lot of people probably have things like that: music, places, people, Unfortunately, mine got connected with an amazing series of movies. And, now though I'm in love with Star Wars just as much as I love Star Trek. I don't compete the two. I know a lot of people do, but I don't get that, but it's cool.
Somebody asked if you can do both Universal Studio parks in one day. Is it doable? It is not.
Mm,
No. If you have the VIP pass, where you have the express pass, where you can just walk on every single ride and be there from open to close on the longest day of the year, possibly.
I think it depends on if you're going to do a lot of the rides. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's like going to any park. You got to pick and choose what you really want to
It's
see.
just water.
Like on the I know it's Islands of Adventure and what's the other one called?
Universal Studios?
Just Universal Studios. Okay,
Yeah.
so on the Universal Studios side,
Or Universal Orlando Resort
right,
is what it
there's
said.
a huge section
Hello.
of just Simpsons. And for us, I mean, yeah, like Simpsons, but there's nothing for me. I can walk through it. It takes me 5 minutes, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to, try to get on any of the rides there or anything because it doesn't interest me. So, that takes a big chunk out. So there's a lot of things that you might not want to do. I would say it's possible to do both parks in one day, depending on your interests. But there are days, depending on what time of years you come, where the lines do get pretty long. So depending on your family size, I would look into what's it called? The Express Pass. But they're pricey. They're
Yeah,
really, really
they're
pricey.
really,
They're
really
like
pricey.
$100 a person.
It's
Which
like
I
buying a
don't think
ticket
is
to the
worth
park
it.
and then buying another ticket just so you can ride the
Yeah.
rides. I think that if it's your very first time going to any of the
Yeah.
theme parks, both in
It
Disney
could be
and Universal,
overwhelming.
dedicate one entire day open to close to that. So that way you
Yeah.
don't really miss anything. Because sometimes, whether you have a fast pass or not,
Mm.
a ride might go down. And then
Yeah.
it only opens for 4 hours, and then you have to get in. You know what I mean? So just bear with it.
But it's also like you can, because you're in a new place and you can get overwhelmed, and it's hot in
Mm-hmm.
Florida. You got to take into consideration the heat and the sun.
Hello, Tampa.
um you don't want to try to shove so much into your visit that you're running around, you're getting irritated because it's hot, because the time restraints, because you don't have enough time to eat or relax, or your feet's hurting and stuff like that. So instead of like possibly having a bad day because of things like that, I would definitely separate it into one park a day, if you can. But I know it's really, because of the way they have it split up, it's really hard to just say no, I'm only going to do this side of the park.
The very first time that I walked into Walt Disney World, I thought it was the most massive thing I've ever seen in
It's
my
huge,
life.
but it's
And
big.
now when I walk into Walt Disney World, I'm like, oh, I can throw over there. So
Right.
it's very overwhelming. So you want to dedicate as much as you can. If you have to do both parks in one day, make sure you have a very good game plan. If anything else, just saying. All right.
Hi, Tampa, by the way. I saw some questions. What is your favorite horror slasher killer?
Oh
I'm sorry.
man.
What did your sleep? For you, it's either going to be Friday the 13th or Halloween, because there's, when you think of slashers, I mean, there's all the classics. By the way, earlier someone asked what our favorite classic monster was. Mine is Dracula.
Oh, mine's Frankenstein.
I love Bride of Frankenstein, but ever since I was an itty bitty little bat, I have loved vampires. It was the first book I checked out when I was in kindergarten. I used to think they were real. I'm in it for the vampires. Um, but you know what? We've already made this decision, by the way. If supernatural creatures were real, even though he likes probably werewolves better,
Compared to what?
well, vampires, I guess. Regardless of which one we like better, if I got bitten by a vampire, he's getting turned into a vampire. If he got bitten by a vampire, I'm getting turned into a vampire. If he got bitten by a werewolf, I'm getting it. We're never going to be split, not even in the afterlife or a supernatural forever.
Right?
Right.
Like if I die first,
In it to win it.
she's going into the coffin with me, alive or not.
Well,
Just saying.
no.
You said it yourself.
You know what? I'll probably die of a broken heart the next day.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Because by then we'll be really old. So what would you say your favorite slasher film would be?
I am a Halloween. I love Halloween. I love the look and the feel and the
Yeah,
pacing of Halloween, the storyline of Halloween. Even though the storyline for Halloween has been all over the place
it
and
has.
backwards
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But
yeah.
yeah, Halloween.
I think I would have to agree. Um, because when people ask me about slashers, I immediately just think of the two classics, which would be Friday the 13th or Halloween. I didn't take to Friday the 13th as much as everybody else did, but I loved Halloween. Um,
Friday the 13th's got boobs.
do love boobs. But then you got to think of like, ones that are a bit more modern, which I would say Scream could be considered a slasher.
Scream is amazing. I love Scream.
Scream, but yeah, but would you call it a slasher though?
But see, like, we grew
What
up,
constitutes a slasher to you guys?
like, Scream is awesome, but, like, growing
I
up,
think
the
nice.
movies that defined Jessica and I are, like, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. So whenever you
Yeah.
say slashers, that's
Ooh,
automatically what I think of.
I changed my answer. I changed my answer. A Nightmare on Elm
Monster
Street.
Squad.
If Nightmare on Elm Street is considered a slasher, then that's what I'm going with. But
He's got, like, 4 slashers.
I
It's
love
like,
Michael Myers. Yeah. I that was the only one that scared me out of the three. Out of Freddy, Michael, or Jason, Freddy was the one that scared me to death as a kid. I was genuinely afraid of Freddy when I would go to sleep at night. So if Nightmare on Elm Street is considered slashers, that's my answer.
what's. Alright, so you gotta think about this one.
Okay.
In the Nightmare on Elm Street series, do you have a scene that scared you the most?
I'm gonna say it's probably from Dream Warriors.
Okay.
I really love Dream Warriors.
That's the one with
And
the hospital, right? All the
hospital.
kids in the hospital.
And when the part where he made the took the guy's veins out and made him walk like a puppet was really freaky. And then made, because in that part he's sleeping and then he's awake and he's kind of conscious and you can see him struggling because he can't control himself and he's about to jump out of a building window and kill himself in real life. And that to me was just the terrifying idea that somebody could be controlling me and I can't do anything about it. Nonetheless, horrifically with my body ripped open. Oh, Candyman. Candyman's great, but I don't think Candyman's a slasher. I would say that's
No.
like a
He's a hooker.
supernatural.
So,
You're a hooker.
same question to me. Because I was thinking about this. There's one scene in
Boobies.
there's one scene in the Nightmare on Elm Street series that has always stuck with me.
Ooh, Chucky is a good one.
Give me a second.
Sorry.
There's one scene in the Nightmare on Elm Street that has always stuck with me, and which prompted me to ask you that. And it's part two, the very end, like the pool scene where everybody's like having a party and everybody's in the pool, and like Freddy comes out and the water starts boiling, and he's going through the house and all that crap like that. That one scared me. Nightmare on Elm Street Part Two.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're all pretty freaky. I mean, the first one was just beautifully done. I mean, the cinematography of it, the anxiety of it's kind of like watching Final Destination. Like you know what's gonna happen. That's why he's there. They're all gonna die, but you don't exactly know how that one gets away. Oh no, it's gonna happen later. Like it kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. Especially one of my favorites, I think, is when they would do the rooms that would turn, and they're like kind of flopping all around. I loved watching the behind the scenes on that one because when I was a little kid, I couldn't figure out how they did it. I was like, how do they have her on the ceiling? What's going on? And stuff like that to me was terrifying because people could see, like her boyfriend could see her being tossed around and split open in midair, and then all the blood. There was so much blood. Oh, it's great.
Somebody asked what we thought of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's always been a big favorite of mine. It's the very first horror movie that I have ever seen, and
What is it considered a slasher? We were talking
no,
slashers.
it's not slasher.
Okay.
But when we go to Austin, we're going to be bringing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre filming location
I forgot
stuff.
about that one.
So bear with that. I keep saying bear with. I'm going to say monkey right. Bear left, monkey right. I don't know why I say that, but I say that. So the new Candyman trailer, I'm sure you guys have all seen that. The very first time that I seen it, I didn't like it. I thought it looked like a TV movie. And then I watched the trailer again, and I'm actually really excited about it. So, my only big
behind it.
yeah, like
I'm not sure. They weren't showing many thrillerish type scenes. They kind of give you the sense that there are going to be scenes, but am not in love with it yet, just from the previews, but I like the idea behind it.
I want Tony Todd to come back, hook in hand, and killing people.
That'd be cool.
And if you watch the trailer, they don't show that. In fact, somebody said if you
No.
look closely, you can see him in a reflection of the car and something like that. But he's
Something like that.
nowhere in the trailer, and
Not
that's
in
the
the trailer.
Candyman I want.
But
Like,
I heard that he does make a cameo
yeah, but like,
as himself, as Candyman.
which is going to be rather interesting how they're going to do it. I don't.
Yeah,
we haven't read much of the synopsis,
Right.
to be honest. So we're just
Yeah, IMDb. I live
waiting
on
it.
IMDb. Yeah.
Have a good night, Scott. Thank you
Bye,
so
Pumpkin.
much.
Thank you so much.
When we go to Texas in a couple weeks, your contributions are going to help quite a lot with that. So keep that in mind whenever you're watching our Texas videos. A lot of that is being made because of you, as well as everybody else who's donated, Georgia and a few other people, and everybody who's watching our stuff. So thank you. Seriously. You guys make it happen. You guys keep it going. And I really do mean that. So
He was
I'm going to
asking
shut
what
up.
we
I'm
thought
getting all
about
like
the
weird.
Terrifier clown before he leaves, because I don't know if he's leaving right now or if he's
Oh,
hanging around. But
who's
he
that,
was,
Scott?
Yeah, he wanted to know what we thought of the Terrifier clown. I actually
Art.
really, really loved
His
it.
name's Art.
Is his name Art?
His name's Art the
His name's
Clown.
Art.
Mhm.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was a lot more gory than I expected. I thought, oh, clowns again, clowns. Because I'm not afraid of clowns. I just, if it's just somebody going to be in a clown and do some fuss, I almost said a bad word. Do some messed up things, then fine. It was like a B film, B-rate film, but I really did like what they did with the gore.
Which movie's that?
Terrifier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There was the one scene in Terrifier, if you haven't seen it, it's going to make you go, oh my
Ouch.
god, right? Hey guys, I've been binging all your videos and coming out of Madman.
Oh,
I missed
thank
it.
you. Tyler, yeah, I've noticed your comments on some of our videos lately.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you so much. Yeah, he's the one that was talking about thanking us for being able to be dark and creepy people without being adult.
If you could be in any horror movie, what would it be?
Do I get to live? Or do I die?
If
It's like
Ooh,
choosing how
yeah.
I die, because that's gonna be a problem.
The Friday the 13th series, a lot of people, whenever they were making those movies, they had code names, but whenever people found out, if you watch like the documentaries, they were always like, "Ooh, how am I going to die?" They were so excited because Friday the 13th, they all died in interesting ways. So let's take that question from Tyler.
I get to live. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, aliens. Oh, that would be a great. I would.
You want to live in aliens?
No, I really don't. It's like apocalyptic. They're stuck on trashy planets and failing starships. No. If I could be in any horror movie or slasher movie.
Any horror movie.
Oh man, I would probably be Nightbreed, to be honest with you.
Would you be one of the monsters?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
When I was a little girl, this probably shows my age, but when I was a little girl, I was a young teen at the time. Oh, Legend! But Legend is not a horror movie. I would so live in Legend, but Legend is not a horror movie, so I can't include it. Dark Crystal, also not a horror movie. Otherwise, I would be all up in some gelflings. Hop! Ugh, I love Hop. In love with Hop. I'd have to be Nightbreed. When I was younger, I was just like, you know what? That's my family. There's my tribe, Nightbreed. Children of the Moon. And it's been that way ever since. Love Clive Barker. Love Nightbreed.
We've met Clive.
Oh, I Am Legend. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
No, I probably wouldn't go in that one either.
I'm sorry, guys.
What you looking for?
Oh.
I almost know what you want, but I'm not sure.
So, we've already met Clive Barker, as you can see. We met him at Spooky Empire this past Halloween, and he signed this amazing print for us. And also on the back, we met James Hong from Big Trouble in Little China. But when we're going to be in Texas for Texas Frightmare Weekend, Clive Barker and David Cronenberg, who played Decker from Nightbreed, are going to be there. What?
And I think we're gonna have to. Maybe we'll take this with us and get it. No, it's the wrong picture. We'll get one of.
We'll get something special for it.
Yeah, I would love to meet him and get him signed. If I chose to be a Nightbreed, like if I got to choose my powers as a Nightbreed, that's really hard because they're also very different. And if you read the books, I mean, basically whenever everybody joins the tribe, so to speak, they all gain their own powers based on who they are. So I don't know which direction I would try to choose to go, but
Hello, Atlanta.
The lady who can turn herself into mist and stuff, that seems like that would come in handy. Shuna Sassy. Um, I love the porcupine lady. I think Shuna Sassy is her name. I mean, she's just gorgeous, but also covered in spines. That could be a problem. I don't know.
That could be a
That could be a
problem.
problem. Yeah.
I think for me, as much as I love horror movies, and I'm gonna have to say
Oh, that's a good
I would much rather live in a certain TV show that's based on a movie.
one. Ooh, which one?
Ash versus Evil Dead. I'd
Oh,
want
I
to be
can
part
see
of that
when it.
crew
Yeah.
fighting alongside Ash, all the different Deadites
That's
and
a good
traveling the
one.
country. That seems like a lot of fun.
That's a really hard question. That's like
Hmm.
asking what your favorite horror movie is because,
Hello, Delaware.
every time you guys ask me that question, I look over to our DVD bookcase and I go, oh my god, there's way too many options. I can't pick a favorite. And then my mind goes blank because, information overload or choice overload. And it's like, how do you pick just one? How do you pick 20? It's impossible for me. Like, I want them all. I would like actually to see another Freddy versus Jason. I think the way that they're going with it now, I think that they could do it justice.
They
Yeah.
needed to finally do the Freddy versus Jason versus the Ash. I mean, that's like always been like the stupid thing that everybody keeps
Yeah.
talking about, and they had comics and stuff like
Mm.
that. Somebody asked if we watched The Chilling
Oh,
Adventures of Sabrina. We do.
I would love to live in Demon Knight and Billy Zane's all I'm gonna say.
And if you follow us on social media, we made a post, a realization that we just found out about Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Um, the
I
guy who
live in
played
Sabrina.
the guy who played Harvey Hinkle was also in a movie called My Friend Dahmer, which is about
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer. If you didn't know
I
that, we
mean,
didn't know that. We saw him. We're like, oh my god.
his
So
background
crazy.
comes more from a Disney background, I
Hmm.
believe.
That's
He
what I
was
hear.
he's in a band actually. And then I think
Thank
he
you,
did a little bit
James.
of
Thank you.
Disney.
Chucky versus
Um,
Leprechaun.
Because they're both small.
Both little people.
So I'm trying to keep up with your guys' comments. I'm sorry. Normally I have a big tablet to work off of, and it just would not charge today. So I'm working off my phone. It's an itty bitty screen. So your comments are like going by really fast.
Yes.
So I'm trying to keep up. So I'm sorry if we don't acknowledge your comment or your question. Do forgive us.
So
We're trying to keep up.
let's organize thoughts. Organize thoughts. Let's
Ooh,
let's
Original
officially
Living
do
Dead.
more Q&A stuff.
Okay.
Should we do horror or travel or a little bit of
Oh,
everything?
here's a quick question.
Mhm.
They want to know what you think of Reanimator.
I love Reanimator.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And I do believe it's either Spooky Empire this spring. I think it's Spooky Empire.
Oh yeah, they got out those reunions.
They're going to
they
be
do.
there. They're
Yeah.
Reanimator reunion.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're going to be able to get some interviews with that.
Critters.
If you go to TexasFrightmare.com, the big horror convention that's
Yeah.
over in Dallas, we're on media for that. So hopefully we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of celebrity interviews like we did with Spooky Empire. I'm talking
Fingers
like
crossed.
David Cronenberg, Clive Barker. He's not too keen on that. Danny Trejo is going to be there.
Jeffrey Combs is awesome in everything he does.
All
I would
kinds of
love to
people.
meet Danny Trejo. I've never met him. He
We're gonna
seems
meet
such
him.
like a cool dude.
We're going to meet him.
Like I love the videos where it's like these big bad guys from horror and whatever. Here's a kitten. Watch Danny Trejo play with kittens. It's like yes, I will. Thank you.
And now he's the newest wax figure in Madame Tussauds.
Oh, that's right.
Tussauds.
Tussauds. I
Not
know. Someone corrected
Tussauds.
me on that because
Yeah.
I kept saying Tussauds. and
It's almost like
you
that
don't
line
pronounce the D.
from Harry Potter. It's pronounced Leviosa.
I saw. It's pronounced herbs because there's nothing H in it.
There is an interview with Elvira on the channel. Just Grim Life Collective, Elvira, Grim interview. You'll see it. It's very quick. She does a little shout out too, saying, watch the Grim Life Collective. So it's kind of cool.
Hi. Oh my
Who's
goodness.
that?
Someone tuning in from Italy.
Sweet bejeezy.
I know a lot
Howdy.
of stuff is going
Wait.
down in Italy right now. I hope that you're
Oh, yeah.
safe and doing all right.
The world
that in the
is a
news.
crazy place.
Yeah.
And hopefully all you guys are being safe.
Are we gonna
Because we are.
go all days of the horror convention in Dallas or just the one day? Do you
I'm
think?
not entirely sure. We'll definitely
Okay.
be there on Saturday. It all depends on our movements in and out of Dallas because there are some places that we have to be at. We have schedules to be. But right now, all 3 days are open.
That
It's
is a
just
really good
going to all
question.
depend. But follow us on social media. Twitter, and Instagram. I don't know. I mean, Twitter. I use Twitter a lot.
I do Twitter a little bit. I get more notifications from Twitter. For some
Hmm.
reason, some of my apps just don't give me notifications, so I miss a lot of interactions. I apologize about that.
And if
But
you want to know the best way to get a hold of us, because sometimes notifications get lost on social media like Facebook. Facebook is horrible. I hate Facebook.
no, I
Um,
hate Facebook. It's awful.
Instagram and Twitter, the two that
Yeah.
we use the most. But if you go to grimlifecollective.com, you can email us directly,
Oh yeah.
and social media like Instagram, I think there's
Yeah, YouTube's
an
a bit
email
hard to
button.
keep up
Yeah.
with because a lot goes through. But here's a couple of good questions: Is how do you choose new places to travel, and do you ever feel like you're running out of travel ideas? That's a very good question. For me, in certain locations like Orlando, I think we feel like we're kind of running out of places to go that at least pique our interest.
Which is why you see a lot of Disney
Other than the
videos.
parks, we love the
Yeah.
parks. Yeah. Um, whole lot of sand here.
I have a
Yeah, this one's a good question.
I have a little bit of a formula whenever I go looking for grim locations. Because, quite honest, when we plan a trip, I turn to Jessica and I say, "Hey, we're gonna go here. Surprise! Is there anything that you know that's in that area that you want to go see?" And 9 times out of 10, she says, "No, have fun." Sometimes she says, "Yeah, let's do this." So I'll sit for weeks and create a list. And I like to think of it like this. When you go to New York City, one of the very first things you think of is the Statue of Liberty. I want to know what's behind the Statue of Liberty. So I'll Google something like a city, and the first 20 pages are all the same article
Mm-hmm.
written over and over and over
Yeah.
again. I like to look on
I
page
mean,
40 and see what's hidden in the
there's a lot of
areas.
stuff that I would
Hmm.
love to see all over the place, but I have an issue with my memory. I don't retain a lot of information, so half the time we're going somewhere, I know that I've read places like this was filmed there, or that was filmed there, or this restaurant is here or there, but I never remember, so it's always kind of like a new adventure for me. Here's another good one though. Is there a location that scares you to visit?
It scares me to visit.
Probably for me, it would be some of the haunted places. Like, okay, so there's one place in Savannah that you and Gordon had gone to that I didn't get to go to, but because of
Cold Brook.
your stories about it, of firsthand experiences, I was actually very nervous to go. Unfortunately, we never got to go there before we moved, so I didn't get to go, but I was very nervous. I was
I
very
remember
nervous to
that,
go
yeah.
there.
We are we are in talks. I'm not going to say in talks. On our plate of things that we're looking into is spending the night in the original Conjuring house that the movie The Conjuring is based off of, which is up north, which should give you some sort of indication of where we're looking for somewhere later on this year up north. Um, we're trying to get into the Conjuring house that the movies
Oh,
are based
yeah.
off of and
Yeah.
spend the night and do a live
Yeah. Oh,
investigation or
that'd be
hang out with us throughout the night, just us in the house, and see what's happening.
another quick
So,
question. Are we going to do a meet and greet in Dallas?
okay, so Austin is coming up very quickly. We are going to be doing a meet and greet. I don't have any information on it right now. I'm still waiting to hear back on certain things. We are going to do a meet and greet in Dallas for sure. Uh,
So
don't know
Dallas,
where that's
maybe
going to
not
be.
Austin.
We're going to do in both.
Both?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're going to do
yeah.
one in Austin, and
So
we're also going to
stay
do one in
tuned,
Dallas.
for
So,
sure.
social media, Instagram or Twitter, all the information is in the description, all our social media. So
Yeah.
go to those and
Or
you'll find it.
any social media you're on. If you start typing in Grim Life Collective, chances are you won't have a problem finding us.
I don't want to do something where it's like we're going to do a meet and greet inside Texas Frightmare Weekend because you have to buy a ticket to go inside there.
Right.
So it's going to be somewhere.
that
I'm
wouldn't
trying
be
to figure out a
beneficial for you
place.
guys.
The only time that we're ever going to do a meet and greet that you have to pay to get into is going to be for Halloween Horror Nights because we love Halloween Horror Nights
Right, a
and we
lot of
want you guys to
people-
experience it as well.
A lot of people already travel there.
Yeah.
We get a lot of questions about meeting up at Halloween Horror Nights, and that's the reason why we decided to do a meet and greet because so many people were already going to be there.
And it was a small turnout, but it was amazing. Everybody was there and it was really cool. Got
Well,
a picture.
A lot of people turned up and wanted to join the meet and greet, but we had already officially started, or they got nervous, so they came up to us afterwards. So if we lumped in everybody together who decided to, say hello later, or didn't say hello at all, but then, they texted us later and said, "Oh, I wanted to come, but I was too nervous." Please don't be nervous, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you all the hugs you need to be comfortable. Ask anybody who's met us, it is completely true. And we just really love to sit and hang out with you guys.
We were walking through Disney, right? It was one evening. We were in the Magic Kingdom, and I got a message on Instagram from a girl that was said, "Oh my God, I just saw you, and I wanted to say hi, but I was too scared." My response to her was,
Screw that.
"Where are you at?" And she told us, and I said, "We will be right there." So we went to her and made her get pictures and have all kinds of stuff, and
So,
that was a lot of fun. So we want to
okay.
meet you. So
The
if you
Devil's
see us,
Bridge in Eden.
meet us. In Eden, like
Mhm.
Garden of Eden, like biblical.
No, Eden, North Carolina.
Oh,
It's called
okay.
the Devil's Bridge. It's supposed to be really haunted. Where's the grave of Adam West and James Best?
Probably out in
don't
California, someplace.
Probably, it would have to be. Yeah.
Ben says his wife would like a hug
Of course.
during the Dallas meet and greet.
I will give you like 5 hugs.
I feel like maybe we should do something. I talked about with Jessica. We were driving the other
I might even
day
kiss your face.
about
touch your
doing
butt.
a meet and greet at like a Voodoo Donuts.
So we can all get chubby. They're so filling. I love just a basic
I'm a little
glazed
tired.
donut.
I'm sorry.
And I can't even eat more than one. Where is normally I can eat like 3. So they're really filling.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
I have seen the trailer to Bloodshot. Have you seen that?
No,
It's a
I
new
keep thinking
movie
of
coming up
Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, this is Vin Diesel. So yeah, a little name and
Jean-Claude Van Diesel?
No.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No.
Love you too, Game Pro brothers.
Rebels.
Let's see. I'm a basic glazed donut person too, Jessica. Okay, Voodoo Donuts,
yummy.
count me in. So here's the thing about Voodoo Donuts. You ready for this? They got some spooky stuff. I mean, they're voodoo. They're spooky. I don't know if there's one in Dallas. There's one in Austin. There's one here. So I don't know. We'll think of something. We'll think of something.
Yeah.
I promise it'll be rather interesting, and we'll have goodies to pass out. So Jean-Claude Van Diesel. He'll pump your gas while he does splits.
So the Conjuring House is in Harrisville, in Rhode Island.
Yes.
Okay.
Dun dun.
Dun,
Shh.
dun.
Don't tell anyone.
Trina really wants us to see the Devil's Bridge in North Carolina.
Okay, so
If we ever pass by, I promise we'll go see it.
all right. So all right, Trina, is that it?
Trina, yeah.
All right, Trina, bear with my imaginary artwork. Okay, so here we are in Florida, and here up here is North Carolina, right? So it goes up the coast. There's
Yeah,
Wilmington, right? So Wilmington, North Carolina. Is it anywhere near Wilmington, North Carolina?
Technically, I already did hug a Sasquatch. He was a Yeti, so it counts.
I didn't shave that morning. Okay. Thanks.
No, not you.
Yes,
I
so
think we're supposed to
it
do that.
is near. I feel like we're playing some sort of weird game. So if it's anywhere near Wilmington, North Carolina, we're planning a trip towards the Wilmington, North Carolina
makes
area.
sense, yeah.
Do you know what's in Wilmington, North Carolina?
No.
Okay, there's 2 things in Wilmington, North Carolina.
You
3
have
things.
the brain power. I don't have the brain
The
power.
Conjuring was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. The Devil's Bridge is obviously somewhere near
Well,
Wilmington,
were we
North
already
Carolina.
filmed that the first time?
That was the Conjuring house, but the rest of the film locations are there too.
Oh.
Halloween, the remake, not Rob Zombie's remake, but the remake that just came out was filmed there. But are you ready for this? I don't think there's anything that we can go visit, but that's where Brandon Lee died while making The Crow. The Crow was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I'd like to go there and
That's
do
sad.
something regarding that.
Oh,
And not many people have. So it's-
Johnny, so
yeah.
they saw us in line at the Haunted Mansion for the 50th anniversary day. That was a crazy day. The humidity was so high, I almost passed out. And they said that they were going to say hi, but we were talking to a cast member at the gate, and I didn't want to interrupt. Feel free to interrupt.
Interrupt.
It's okay.
Interrupt.
You're not going to disturb us at all, and we love being able to say hi to you guys, and I love being able to give you guys hugs. So if you see us again, please say hello. And I'm sorry you didn't get to say hi today, so I'm hugging with my brain power.
Somebody asked about social media only being, I think it's Trina? No, Ben. Okay, Ben. YouTube. I really like YouTube. To me,
Oh,
YouTube
absolutely.
is my favorite social media. There's a little community section on there that I love to use. I've been posting a lot too, but the only bad thing about it, I can't stick anything there. So, as long as you have your notifications on, I'm going to be posting a lot there. And So I'm sure we'll post the meet and greet there. Facebook, I'm not a big fan of. Instagram, it's cute. I like it. Twitter, I like it because it's so simple. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'll post it. You'll see it, Ben. I promise.
Nightmare Coins. Where's Clinton Road at? That's
Clinton
what
Road.
we've known about Clinton Road. It's extremely haunted, but I don't know where that is. It was so hot. It was really hot, and it was extremely humid, and just I guess all the bodies. Like I've never hi Australia. I've never done an opening for merchandise like that day, and I honestly don't know if I could do it again. If I
Mm-hmm.
miss out, I miss out. I almost had to call medical, and that
Mm-hmm.
I've never had to do that before on the hottest of days. So I don't know if I'll do one of those openings ever again. That was awful.
Serious question. Cave Johnson has a serious question. Dun
Listening.
dun. Lay it on us, Cave Johnson.
So Clinton Road is in New Jersey.
At some point, we'll make it up there.
Yeah, one of these days.
Yeah, we have family in on Long
I
Island.
would love to go to Australia.
So I have family in Australia
Do you
too.
really?
Yeah, a lot of my
Oh.
family lives in Australia.
Aren't you a gypsy?
Shush.
No, I mean seriously. You said you're a gypsy.
Australian. Yes, I have a Eastern European gypsy.
Yes.
Eastern European and Russian.
No, like actual gypsies though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have
Yeah.
yeah, which is cool. Everyone's like, Cave
Come on,
Johnson,
Cave
you have
Johnson.
the floor.
He's typing.
Oh.
Just want to say I love your videos. Look forward to seeing them. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Derek Getz. We have two really small videos coming over the next couple days, and then we have a really big one
Thank
that
you, Trina.
I'm editing right now. Literally, when we're planning our trip to California, the very first thing I said, no matter what we do, we have to do this one thing, and that's what I'm editing now. So it's gonna be coming up very soon. So be ready for that. It's a lot of fun.
I don't
It's a lot of
think
fun.
Tyler asked a good question.
Mhm.
He asked if we've ever seen a little known horror movie called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie
Yes,
Vernon. Oh,
great
you've seen
movie.
it.
Great
Oh, I
movie.
haven't seen it.
So basically, Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. It's a serial killer who spent his entire life planning this serial killer thing. Yeah, and he invites a film crew to come with him, and he tells the story of like how he's going to kill everybody and how he's been preparing for 20 years. It's amazing.
So it's like a mockumentary.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's amazing too.
Yeah. So that's a no.
No, no,
No.
no.
Thank you. It's gonna change soon again.
Mhm.
I keep telling everybody. I actually really like this color. It's the first time I've had like the orangish, like natural orange carrot because it's usually a very unnatural color. Um, but as soon as my roots grow out a little bit further, I'm gonna bleach it again. I'm going about white blonde, and then it's gonna be Slimer green.
And
I have
phosphorescent.
a very amazing
Fluorescent.
Scottish slash that's making this happen.
Yeah.
That was a terrible attempt at any kind of an accent, but I have a friend, Amy, in Scotland who has been helping me get my hands on some amazing hair dye, and I didn't see that she's in today. I'm sad, but I will say hi to her later and tell her I loved her in my video.
So we got a PO box. That address is in the description of all of our videos, and we did a grim video, like a grim
Don't go in the
mail,
woods?
people that sent to us, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. We've been meaning to do another one, and we have some things that we got to film. So some of you have sent us some pretty amazing stuff. We didn't
Extra.
forget about you. A grim mail video is coming
No,
soon.
yeah,
So you can contribute to that if you
I
want
know.
stickers or even just a little note. Some people reach out to us and
Yes,
say, "Hey,
I bleached my own hair.
can I send you something?" So yes, you can.
Yeah, so sorry. Since we've been doing a lot of filming and a bit of traveling, we have compiled everything, and we're planning on doing a video, but time keeps getting away from us because we have a lot of editing right now, and I can't do it without this guy. So we're gonna have like not an unboxing video, but an appreciation video
Correct.
coming up soon. And our PO box is listed. Well, it'll be linked below. I could probably even show it actually. Probably have it on a box somewhere. Oh, that
Love
was
you
my
too,
knee.
Trina. I like those little like pink hearts. It's like big heart, little heart.
Big heart. It's a
Big
hugging
heart, little heart. It's a
Yeah.
hugging heart.
Oh, Salem, Massachusetts.
Yes. Go ahead, say it.
So that is potentially what we're planning to do on Halloween.
For the week of
On
Halloween
Halloween.
and probably the
Yeah.
week after.
So it's my first time. And I'm really excited. And I feel like a little kid opening presents at Christmas when he told me that for Halloween we're going to be going to Salem, Massachusetts, because I've never gotten to visit Salem, Massachusetts. And some of my favorite tattoo artists are from up there. My God, the Halloween trails they do. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm gonna do everything. I want to touch everything. I'm gonna hug everybody. I'm probably gonna leave like a crater-sized mark on Salem by the time I leave because I'll be running around in circles, like trying to get as much in as possible. I'm just gonna wear it off the map. I'm really really excited. It's like my late Hi London.
London.
It's like a late Hocus Pocus is classic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that was filmed up there, so we'll probably do a filming location of that while we're up there. There's so many things that was filmed up there, so
It's gonna be like 2 weeks of no sleeping.
yeah, lots of
Basically.
filming, lots of good time to be had. And we're probably gonna try to do some live videos on location when we start going to places like that.
Say it again.
Live videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been creating
Not
a
as long
pretty
as like when we sit down and do
a
it.
robust
but
live setting.
Happy early
So
Halloween. Yeah.
we say that
Um,
all the time. Happy Halloween.
Happy
When's it going to be
Halloween!
St. Patrick's Day?
Nah, nah.
So we do have a lot of things planned, and people like you with Super Chat and Patreon. I feel like this is a commercial. I'm sorry. And supporting us
No.
on Patreon, even if it's $1 a month on Patreon, um, all that goes to making
Cool.
this stuff happen. Yeah, we're going on vacation. Well, not vacation. It's like working vacation, but it's us creating content of spooky, grim places that you may or may not even know of. So it's like a win-win situation. Either way, we're gonna go, but you can be a part of it.
Really
So that's what
quickly,
that is.
Cinema of the Dead said that he created a room at his house to be exactly like Haunted Mansion, or to be like a Haunted Mansion, and it's on his channel. So I am totally gonna check that out after we do the live video. And then Hexna15 wants to know who was our favorite Joker actor. I really liked Jared Leto. I liked the version he gave. His version of the Joker fit that film. Was he my favorite? That's really hard because I am a Batman Returns girl. I am a Michael Keaton Batman girl. So I love Suicide Squad though. Are you sipping your tea?
It's water. I don't. Excuse me, why? So, I'm going to answer that question momentarily. Ian Edwards says, make sure we bring a non-pro camera this time. We are
Yeah,
working
I have
on
a
that.
lot.
We are working on that as we speak.
Yes.
So that is never going to happen again. Hollywood, it's understandable because everybody wants to film out there and everybody wants a part of it. But it's never going to happen again. We are working on adding another camera to everything else. Mark Hamill Joker is the best Joker. I personally think that I grew up, again, something I grew up with, Jack Nicholson and Cesar Romero from the TV show. But
They are really classic. And then a lot of people don't talk about the animated film. For me, I think the Joker first was from the animated series during the 90s. And I don't remember who did the voice.
you want to know who the best Joker is?
What? What are you looking for?
The Joker from the Scooby-Doo cartoons.
No. Oh, I know what you're looking for.
Yes, right? So
Yeah.
we go to this thrift store here in town, here in Orlando, and they have some pretty amazing, I'm talking amazing VHS tapes. And you got to buy them, right? Especially if they're Scooby-Doo. And we picked up some doozies of some Scooby-Doozies. Just so you know. Mic drop. Bam. Ah, yes. Ready? Okay. Scooby-Doo meets Batman, right? Check it out.
Yeah.
That's the Joker right there. That is the Joker to end all. That is everything. Scooby-Doo meets Batman. And ready for this one? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. It's a little blurry. I'm sorry, guys. And Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Sweet bejeezy. And one more, which is not really scary. Scooby-Doo and Arabian Nights. Anywho. Scooby-Doo's amazing. And who here has seen the
Oh yeah.
supernatural version of the Scooby Doo episode, right? When they turn into Scooby Doo characters?
I love it. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's one in like the last season, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or the second to last.
We collect the weirdest things. I feel like so there's Pee Wee Herman who collects like the odd, weird, like Americana kind of weird trinket stuff, and like there's us who collects like anything spooky and weird and strange, and
Yeah.
it goes into the Grim Life Collective.
They're asking what size are your earrings?
They're an inch. You really can't really see right there, but
Solid 1 inch. Yeah.
yeah, no bigger than this. Bigger than this, then they start doing this.
Yeah, they start sticking out a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't know why. Sometimes I have some difficulty sleeping with mine in, so I haven't worn earrings in so long that my look how tiny that is.
Your little baby.
I know they shrunk up.
When you
after.
sleep tonight, I'll stretch them.
Ah, no, thank you. I have all those except for Ghoul School. So weird I was even stacking them earlier. Ghoul School.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the one that we
that.
just. Yeah. So we even bought like a DVD player from the thrift store recently. And I
VHS
got,
player.
What'd I say?
You said DVD player.
They're forever going to be DVD players in my head. So.
Do you know what my favorite Scooby Doo cartoon movie is? Scooby Doo and the Boo Brothers.
No, I definitely did not know
It's
that.
a ghosts.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that one. It really doesn't hurt. If you do it improperly, then yes, it's going to hurt. What generally hurts is if you do things too quickly, you can tear the skin, or if you're doing cartilage. Cartilage is always going to be a little bit painful, but it's like a pinch, nothing that's terribly lasting. If you get something pierced that is a lasting irritation or painful, then go back and see your piercer because something has gone wrong there. But otherwise, it's just like getting a tattoo. There's a little bit of discomfort there for a while, but it's nothing that should cause you lasting discomfort. But I play with them all the time because I like sticking my fingers through it.
What was your favorite place to visit out in California, Jessica?
My favorite to visit?
Of the videos that we've released,
Probably Funko.
Funko was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and there was a lot to see. So it wasn't like I love going and visiting grave sites, but usually when we go to visit a place, it's only one or two there, so we don't spend a lot of time there. So it's not like a destination for me. We have a good time together. It's a good part of like a road trip, but so like the road trip as a whole is a thing for me. But going and seeing the Funko store was like game changing. Like, because it makes me see how people who are our age, who grew up as nerds, are taking something and turning it into an experience and trying to like put the passion that they've had with it growing up into the product. Because you can just tell, people always make fun of, oh, the nerd living in his mother's basement or whatever. And it's like, you know what? Everybody in the fandom keeps the fandom alive. And you don't have to be a young kid to appreciate a lot of the things that are out there, and a lot of the people producing those things are older, but you don't really think about things like that, but I do. And it felt like a very interactive, fun place to be, and the staff was like so excited just to be there. They were so excited seeing our excitement and stuff like that, so it was cool.
Ooh, any rumors or leaks on Halloween Horror Nights 30?
I haven't seen any yet, no.
No. Haven't heard anything yet. Haven't heard anything. There are some new things that are coming that aren't Halloween Horror Nights related that we are looking forward to and kind of not looking forward to, but we're willing to check it out, and we'll be there opening day, so be prepared for those videos. But yeah. No.
Someone asked earlier, I glanced up, but I didn't see who said it. They asked me how many ears I have, because I'm usually wearing them in the videos.
Oh gosh. They're kind of buried right now, but maybe we'll next time
probably about 20.
How about we do this? Next time we do a Disney related video as like a bonus feature at the very end, like at the end of the credits,
I'll take you through my collection.
We'll do like a montage where it's like, there's you, and then it cuts to you again, it cuts to you again, it cuts to you again.
Well, I used to have a lot more than I have now, but even like we used to collect a lot of pins as well, so we got into pin trading in the parks, and at one point our board was a great mixture of things, and recently we downgraded our pins. I downgraded my ear collection, and we're only going to keep and collect spooky Halloween related stuff. So my ears that I have now, I probably have taken about 5 or 7 pairs out that I'm not going to keep anymore. So I probably had around 25 earlier in the year.
This is the second, I mean, I think maybe the third time I heard somebody say Midsummer Scream.
Oh man.
One of my dreams in life is to go to Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
I want to go to Midsummer Scream so bad, it hurts. And it's taking everything. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it this year. I really don't. Which sucks because I want to go so bad. One of these days, we will be there, and it's going to be phenomenal.
Well, also,
just saying.
There's the massive one in St. Louis. I grew up there my whole life, and I didn't even know that it was there because people always talk about how St. Louis is a convention city. But whenever people say conventions, I think like, business conventions. I never knew that we had like cool conventions happening there.
We have the biggest Halloween one.
I know!
Which we're going to make to it at some point.
Well,
There's so much to do.
Yeah, I think also I couldn't afford it at the time that I lived there either because it was either rent or eat. No way I could afford a convention ticket. So.
There's 3 conventions that are coming up that we are going to be attending. One is Texas Frightmare Weekend. It's a big one. If you're in the Texas area, go. They still got tickets. There's a lot of amazing people that are going to be there.
Which one?
Check it out, Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've never been to Texas. No, wait, I've been to Texas once. I don't remember it though.
And then there's also Spooky Empire here in Orlando, the spring version, as well as MegaCon Orlando, which we reached out to MegaCon Orlando and said, hey, we'd like to be there as media, and they said no, which sucks.
Because they don't recognize YouTube and social media as media. They only recognize like print media.
So we're going to be going for at least one day, and if you're at all interested, there's MegaCon Orlando. Go to that website and see the people that they are having there as guests. It's insane. And there's a few that we want to meet. And of course, autograph prices and all that jazz are insane. But at least we're going to get there. And we're going to at least be there for a day and show it. So, haha.
Ooh, favorite Vincent Price film.
Oh my. Why would you do this, Anna? Anna. Why on earth would you ask a question as such? Let me say this. What
isn't your most favorite?
Which Vincent Price movie do I like the least? No, okay, no, seriously. Vincent Price. I absolutely love all of Vincent Price's movies, but there's one Vincent Price movie.
I feel like I know which one it is, but I can't think of the name of it.
There's 2 of them.
It's one from the 60s where it's in color.
Dr. Phibes.
Dr. Phibes, yeah.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dr. Phibes, Vincent Price.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord. Big fan. Anyhow, just saying. House of Wax is great too.
House of Wax.
We have it in 3D.
What did I just say? I got so excited I think I said House of Wax. House of Haunted Hill, I think, was the first thing that I ever saw him from. Vincent Price, by the way, is from St. Louis, Missouri. Or around St. Louis, Missouri, but it's like the closest city, so people say St. Louis.
3D.
He has a star on our little Walk of Fame in St. Louis. Him and not John Candy, the other
Belushi?
No, the other one. He from Roseanne.
John Goodman.
John Goodman is also from St. Louis. Not many people. The guy from
the 3D is okay on that.
American Horror Story. The young kid who played in the hotel, he was a hotel owner. I don't know his name, but he's one of the reoccurring ones. He was the kid, the bringer of evil, who wore the latex suit in the first one. I don't know his name. He's from near St. Louis, Missouri, so that's a good one we kicked out. Also, Brad Pitt. We got a few good things coming.
I love how you said
St. Louis and Missouri.
Is another one that we kicked out.
I get excited. I say stupid things.
Yeah, 36.6 thousand subscribers. 36,000.
How was the 3D
it's insane.
version of that movie?
It's insane. So
I can't remember if I watched it with you in 3D.
It's good. So we have the 3D version around the same exact time. We got the 3D version of House of Wax and Creature from the Black Lagoon.
It's good.
They're both phenomenal. They really are. I mean, there's a little hazing, and if you're a fan of 3D movies, you know what I mean. There's a few hazing here and there, but the fire scene where the House of Wax kind of goes up in flames, is phenomenal in 3D. Just saying.
I got to watch one of my first. Was it not Stephen Castle? Is it Stephen Castle? No, it's something Castle. Darn
William
it,
Castle.
William Castle. So many names, I can't keep them straight. Um, so I know that I've seen his films, but I've never seen one of his films that had like an overlay in it where he did like one of his spooky effects, and I got to see one for the first time recently.
Yeah, the original
And
13 Ghosts.
yeah,
Hmm.
that was awesome. And all it took was so when they did the movie, he has this little excerpt in the beginning where they gave them special glasses, and it's like if you're too afraid and you don't want to see the ghost, look through blue.
Right.
But if you're brave and strong enough and you love that kind of excitement, then look through red. So it was a ghost about that big. So the blue would be through the top and the red would be through the bottom. So it wasn't on each lens like the ones we're so used to. So of course we had a pair sitting around, not the original ones, I wish, but a basic pair of blue and red glasses, and it was just so much fun to like put them on and then go, okay, I'm looking through blue. Okay, I'm looking through red. Okay, I'm looking through blue. I'm looking through red, and just like see the difference and effects from like super early on. I was so excited, and talking about the 3D effects from the old movie just made me think that because if you haven't seen them, it is definitely worth it. Make sure you have a pair of the old school red and blue glasses at home, though. As
Can you imagine if we could find one
the
of those
originals,
ghost viewers?
oh gosh,
Oh, that'd be insane. That thing would be framed on a wall in a dark room because
behind
sunlight,
museum glass,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've tried asking y'all before, but we are going to be at Galaxy's Edge May 4th, which is a non-dedicated but dedicated Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I booked yet another trip to Disney, and I would love to meet you. May 4th.
May the 4th be with
Sadly,
you.
we're going to be out of town.
Oh no.
We're going to be out of town till May 6th. We're going to be in Texas. I'm sorry.
Texas.
Yeah. Or else we would. Believe it or not, we have not done a May 4th at Hollywood Studios.
No, because the crowds. Oh my gosh, the crowds. I mean, I
The
don't
crowds,
know.
but yet we'll get there at like 4 o'clock in the morning and stand in. But see, here's the thing about those.
We get to leave.
It may sound insane, but whenever you get to the theme parks on opening day for something and you're there at 4 o'clock in the morning, when you get inside the park, you walk right on the ride and then you leave.
Yeah.
If you get there after the park opens, that's whenever you wait
But
5 hours to
you're
get
not
in line.
also shoulder
It's
to
insane.
shoulder with people. I
Right.
would say when Galaxy's
Love you too,
Edge
Susan.
opened on opening day, it was a bit of shoulder to shoulder, only because they kept you confined in like a very specific walking pattern. But once you were in, you had a lot of space, because not a lot of people do the opening, so it's not like a full park. But on something like May the 4th at Galaxy's Edge, my goodness, I cannot imagine. It's like Christmas or New Year's kind of a crowd,
Yeah.
probably. Which we have actually done too. So I think whenever our schedule allows, unfortunately not this year, but I think we should plan for next year.
For May 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see
Or
why
one
not.
of the Star Wars events
Right, yeah.
dates.
Somebody asked if we had any kind of hobbies or special skills aside from creating amazing content. Oh, thank you. Me personally, any free time that I have, any time that I have goes directly to editing and filming. Like if we have
Yeah.
a day together off or we're going to be somewhere, we're always thinking about what kind of content we're going to create. So that's me. Whose birthday is it?
Kyla's. From
Really?
Cool Kids. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Well, I said it was on Facebook that it was her birthday. I said hi on Facebook.
Holy
and
crap,
happy
smacker.
birthday. Yeah.
We did May 4th last year and it was great. Happy birthday to you. To you. And you and you and you.
What was I saying? I got excited. I don't have a special gift. I'm just cute. Or I'm infectious. Which sounds bad, but it's not. I have an infectious energy. I don't know. For you, I'm calming, and for me, you're calming. But
On camera, she's a little weird.
oh, hi, Trevin. Thank you.
Trevin, thank you. What does
Um,
it say? Fist bump. Thank you.
Fist, oh, does it fist bump? That is so
I
cute.
had to look really close and I still got my contacts in.
Oh, the recent Halloween Oh yeah, you're blind right now, huh?
No, I'm not blind.
The Halloween hoodies that we've been wearing in our recent videos are actually from last year's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But in some of the recent videos, like when we were doing the Bonnie and Clyde video, I was wearing one to the haunted house that's up in Pittsburgh.
100
Haunted
Acres
Manors.
Manor.
Yeah. Oh,
If you're in
100 Acres
Pittsburgh,
Manor, yeah.
Pennsylvania, stop, check out their haunted house. If you're here in Orlando, they have a 365 haunted house called Mortem Manor, and
Oh
we
my
did a
god,
video
that's
there.
the cutest little emoji ever.
Trevon, is it Trevon? Am I saying that right?
Classic
Trevon.
Cars. Hi guys.
Thank you, Trevon, and thank you,
It's our
Classic
friends.
Cars.
Yeah.
Good evening,
our
Mike and
friends are
Jess.
here. Yeah.
Hope you both are doing great. Been tuned in on the TV since you started. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope to see you guys. We miss you as well.
Oh,
Classic
I know.
Car Creations. They are
changed the
some
date,
friends of
like,
ours.
3 times to doing the NASA thing,
Yeah.
and that just fell through. That sucked.
We were going to go back to NASA, but then they canceled and they changed the date, so that has passed on, so to speak. But we'll be out that way at some point to see you guys. And you guys got to come down here and check out the new ride, Classic Car Creations.
Oh, darn.
So, where are you at?
I'm right here.
Not you. I'm talking to Classic Car Creations.
I know. I thought you missed me.
I miss you all the time.
Chapstick, and I have a million of them, and I can never find one, so I had to go searching for it.
All right. So, you guys are probably too young to remember Skull Kingdom on iDrive. All right. So, we're relatively new to Orlando area.
Yeah.
We know of it, but we've seen pictures,
I've seen
but
pictures,
that's it.
Which it looks so cool.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you for watching and supporting and being a part of the Grim Life family, or as some of you guys like to call it, Gremlins.
To answer bus driver Bob, he asked if with things
like
like the
that.
coronavirus out and right now, do things like that give us pause when thinking about going to the theme parks? And quite honestly, no, it doesn't. I mean, it makes you a little nervous. Nobody wants to get sick. But like, there's a lot of illnesses that come through Disney, and they're really good at cleaning down surfaces and things like that. And I kind of always get like a little feeling of being run down like every time I go to Disney. But I kind of take it in the sense of like, if I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna get sick. It could have been a million things that, you know, someone who went to Disney and then went other places I've been could have gone. So it doesn't give me pause. Just like when the measles and stuff like that. Hi, Rick. Thank
Rick.
you.
Well, thank you, Rick W. Where you from, Rick? I'm always curious as to where people are from.
No, hold on, I lost it. Scrolling. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh my god. Marissa's gonna honeymoon in Tokyo. Oh, Tokyo Disney! Oh, Tokyo is like one of my...
Nashville.
Like,
wait. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
We'll get back to you.
my bucket list destinations would be Tokyo. I want to go to Disney Sea so bad, or even just Disney Tokyo. Either one. Like, oh my gosh.
Hopefully, Rick, in Nashville, everything's okay. I'm not sure if you were anywhere near the tornadoes that came through, but
yeah,
we were watching that like a hawk, and hopefully everybody's okay that you know, and everybody that you don't know, of course, that is okay, stays okay, remains okay. But, you know, rock on. I felt
Marissa,
Tom Tokyo
by
just
the way, congratulations on your engagement and your upcoming nuptials. I'm going to probably live a little vicariously through you on your wedding in Tokyo Disney. Not at Tokyo Disney. My goodness, that would be amazing and expensive. But I love Tokyo. I love Tokyo.
We have a wedding anniversary coming up.
We do.
Yes. That's right, we do. Surprise. What? May 1st.
May 1st.
Trevon, I'm loving these little things that you're attaching here. Like, is that a lemon?
It's super lemon.
I'm glad you're okay, Rick. I'm getting a little too close for the camera
like
there.
A little guy that loves them.
It's like at first I thought he was getting ready to kick the little guy.
No.
But no, the lemon guy has got his foot on the stool. Dead End Lane.
Thank you,
You guys rock. When you get time, check out my band. Let's see. Check out my band.
Screen capture.
Silent Horror. Latest album, Silver Screen on Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, etc. All right. Dead End Lane. That sounds really interesting to me because I actually kind of dig that. If you can go to grimlifecollective.com and email me your information. That would be really awesome. That would be the best way to get it to me. I'd love to take a listen to that. And yeah, so yeah, email us, please. And Trevon, thank you. Like, what is he doing?
Thumbs up.
Oh, it's
Little lemon thumbs. Yeah. Marissa wants to know, where was our first date?
Oh man, our
I love
first
hers.
date.
She says her fiance met online, and our first date was at Twilight Zone mini golf, which sounds right up our alley. That sounds like something we would have done.
Our first date
Thank you, Daniel.
was Universal Studios.
Technically, yes. Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
our first date was the very first. Our first 24 hours together was in Universal Studios. Chris, keep making great. Love your channel. Watch as much as possible. Chris, you are amazing. Thank you. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I really don't. And Trevon, thank you as well. Every single contribution like that goes towards making more things. And I always feel a little weird, to be honest. Yeah. I don't think many people talk about this, but I always
people plug it a lot, but they don't often address it.
Like, and it's a weird kind of dynamic. Or I guess you would say that. We go to all these filming. We go to all these locations and we film to bring you guys different stories, different adventures, almost like a little TV show. We call it a show. I don't like saying that we really have a channel. Yeah. We have a show. Yeah. I don't like to say that we vlog. Because we create a show.
We're very unscripted for like 85% of the time.
And we never really say, hey, if you guys want this to happen, donate, help out. We have a Patreon page where we try to give back.
Yeah. And
for anybody who spends like $1 or more per month, I mean, you can be a part of that if you want, or you can donate and things like this.
Yeah.
And I promise you.
We do gift cards.
Yeah.
Not gift cards. We do postcards.
Postcards.
Yeah.
And I promise you, every single thing that comes in, every single thing, and I'm very adamant about it. You'll ask her. Yeah. If it comes in and it has anything to do with Grim Life, it automatically goes straight into Grim Life.
Rick joined Patreon this week.
Thank you, Rick.
Cool. Yeah. We do plan on doing more with our Patreon. We're kind of we're getting the handle of it. Editing takes a lot of time out. Filming takes a lot of time out. And we're kind of still deciding on a way to address what we can do with Patreon other than doing the postcards. So, feel free to leave us like suggestions or things you would like to see us include with Patreon, maybe ideas, because we're kind of new to this at the same time as you guys are. We're kind of we're developing this world together.
How about this? So Patreon, we're gonna make it easier and do like a PayPal thing that you can be a part of. Glad you got I wrote your postcard out, Georgia. That's me. We hand write these by hand. Yeah. So when you get a postcard from us, they're written from us. And sometimes it's pretty simple. Sometimes we put a little like comment on it, but we hand write them all. And it takes a long time. So that's sometimes why you get them in the middle of the month, because they're all handwritten from us. And we're the ones who write it. Just so you know.
Oh, yeah. And you can tell who wrote it, too, because our handwriting is both very distinctive.
We have some really cool stuff happening that are coming for the postcard stuff. But I wanted to ask you this. If you are a patron on Patreon and you are of any tier, $1 and up.
Ooh, tarot readings. I love those.
What do you want to see? Message me on Patreon.
Yeah.
So you can send us a message on Patreon of things that you would like to see, whether it's like a grim video podcast. We keep trying to do behind the scenes stuff and like outtakes and bloopers, but quite honestly,
we don't have the space for it on our devices.
Or we don't have much of it. Because or I mean, we do have some, which we can do that, but let us know what you want. And I feel like that guy from Flight of Passage and fly.
And you can fly.
But we are going to be doing a grim video cast, which is basically us just chit-chatting about a certain topic for Patreon.
Yeah. Michael has the writing of like a serial killer, and I have the handwriting of like a high school
dancing
girl.
Person. She does have. It's like an epileptic squirrel.
Yeah, it's like bubbly and broken and printed cursive. It's a mess. My handwriting is disgusting. This is a really good question from Derpy. I love saying that name. It's so silly. Derpy derp. Derpy derp. What's a surprising challenge and reward after growing your channel so far? And also, what do you think you need most help in so far?
Okay, so that's a two-part question.
Yeah.
So let's tackle it at the very beginning. What's the beginning one? Say it again.
The first part is what's a surprising challenge and reward after growing your channel this far?
All right.
Thank you.
Lack 92, Ricardo Leah. Ah, look at him!
Look at
Ah, thank you. All right. So picture this, if you will. It's like Twilight Zone. All right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're standing in a. All right. So, Tom Savini video.
Cool.
Perfect example. You know the name Tom Savini. He is legendary, right? We reached out to them. Imagine being in this room. It's like, okay, Tom, we're a relatively new YouTube channel, but we want to do this thing. Can I point my camera at you and follow you around? A man who has worked with the greats.
Yeah.
He's a director. He knows. He probably has Quentin Tarantino on speed dial, right?
Yeah.
And here we are, just sitting there going, do whatever you want. Let's just see what happens, and let's just keep going, right? When I was editing that, I was so nervous that it was going to be absolutely horrible, because not only were you guys watching it, but Tom Savini and possibly Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez might be watching it. Gregory Nicotero. Yeah. I was losing my mind. So I reached out to a lot of my closest friends, and I was like, hey, can I send you this video? Can you watch it and let me know what you think? Because I'm losing my mind.
So we're in the challenging part, right? What was the most challenging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time we turn the camera on, we're looking at ourselves and we're talking into a piece of machinery, knowing quite well that potentially millions of people are going to be watching us and judging us. And it's scary.
It is a little scary, especially at first.
Yeah.
It's a bit frightening.
And especially if you have
and then you just
people around you and you're like, man, but I tell you what.
Okay, I'm going to start scrolling because you're taking a while.
I'm sorry. It took a lot to just go, you know what, screw it. Let's just do it. Let's just have fun. And that was the key point of it. Let's have fun. If you're having fun, it's not work.
He is a Cancer.
All right, I'm sorry about that. What's the second part of the question?
So that would be part of the challenge. What's a reward? A surprising reward from having our channel where it is.
Things like this.
Yeah.
You know, we say, hey, we're going to do a live video, and there's people who come and want to hang out and ask us questions. You guys are the surprising reward. Never in a million years did I think that you guys or anybody would love our travels the way that you guys do, and it means the world. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Let the bed bugs bite.
Yes.
Seriously though, hopefully you don't have bed bugs. If you do, new mattress. Just saying.
Surprise twist! It's me.
But thank you.
Hey, Daniel.
The Tom Savini video, when I released the Charles Manson video the other day, I had that same kind of fear that they're all going to laugh at you, Carrie. The Spawn Ranch video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
why that one?
I don't know, because it's such a big deal for me. When the videos are such a big deal, and you're creating it and you're putting what you have into it, even if it's just like on the cuff, you know, you're like, I'm just going to create this, whatever happens. You don't want people to laugh at you. I thought people were going to be like, dude,
I felt like
you're
that
an
when
idiot.
we initially started doing videos, because at first when we met, you were already doing videos. Not on like the scale we're doing them now, but I've always been very uncomfortable in front of the camera. Up until not anymore. But I used to be.
You just wait.
I used to be. And now I guess I'm a lot more relaxed at it, but
Thank you, Mark.
Whenever I'm on camera, it's almost like 95% chance it is completely unscripted, off the cuff. So you guys catch me in very real situations. Like the Night of the Living Dead video, when I was doing that acting, I thought, oh my god, I was so nervous when you were gonna upload that because every time you did a take, I was like, no, please don't use that. And you're like, yes, no, it's great. And I was like, oh god, no, please don't. And I was like slightly embarrassed, and I was like, oh no, it's not even acting. It's like not even D-rate acting. It's just me being a nerd and trying to be funny and failing and oh, I had such dread before that video came out, and I just think people are gonna make fun of me and stuff. But then I have moments like where I'm hugging Hello Kitty, and out of nowhere, I just break down and start crying, and it's a very happy experience. But so I get really nervous sometimes, because I am being very raw and what's the word, vulnerable. So people seeing my like legit live responses to things, and in the day and age of keyboard warriors, people will we get some negativity in our comments on the videos, but it's not
Excuse me.
anyone who like is consistently sitting around being like, hate you guys. Random things, we get things on like our appearances because we're different and whatnot, but so far it's been very beautiful, and that's been the greatest reward for me is getting to create this bond with you guys. I think I just rambled a little bit.
No, you're good. You're good. You're
But
good. Somebody just said something about starting a vlog.
sorry. Oh wow.
My
fiance
fiance
and I.
really want to start vlogging, but our interests are very different in the sense where we want to vlog several interests. So I'm unsure if people would want to stay tuned in.
That could be a point where that could keep them interested. You
So
never know.
if you, how do I say this? I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to keep it like 100% real. When you start a channel, whether it's a vlog or what, and you start filming yourself doing the things you love, you're going to feel awkward. You're going to feel really awkward. Um, you hear people saying that a successful channel is somebody who's actually genuine and who can show genuine excitement towards something. Once that awkward phase goes away, that's whenever you're going to start feeling like genuine, I should say.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, more comfort in your own skin.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The best thing that you could possibly do, the best thing you could possibly do,
Just get the buds out.
is just turn
Get the
on the
buds out.
camera and go on an
Made
adventure.
myself silly.
Don't do that.
Dizzy. And silly.
It, every video that you do is going to be slightly better than the one before it.
Yeah.
You're always going to learn things. Things are always going to change. You're going to encounter things that you're going to go, wait a second, I wish I would have done that. And you do that the next time, and then all of a sudden you're learning things all over
Right.
again.
Or there's
Just
times
do it.
where
Just do it.
he's ready to shoot something and I'm just not in the mood. And he'll be like, "Hey, come over here, get in here with me," and I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, doing it myself." Like, there's a couple of times when we were in Pittsburgh, we had a malfunction with the camera. We lost everything we'd shot. 3 days worth of filming.
Yes,
Hours and hours and hours of footage.
we drove to Pittsburgh, and everything
Filmed along
we
the
filmed
way.
from Orlando to Pittsburgh
Which was like a 20-hour
was
drive.
gone.
Yeah. We cried real tears. We cried
I had
real
a
tears.
full-fledged panic attack.
Yeah. And sometimes doing it the second time is a lot better
Mm-hmm.
because, you were nervous the first time or an opportunity presents itself differently. Lighting, times of day, camera equipment, your moods. There's so many things that can affect it. And at the end of the day, it really has to be something that you can enjoy and try not to be a perfectionist with.
We ended up cutting our time in Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania short,
By about 2 or 3 days.
about 2 or 3 days, and we went
Yeah.
back and retraced our steps, filmed everything again even better than the first time.
Right. And the
Excuse
first
me,
video,
and then picked up
Yeah.
in Atlanta and finished the trip.
so I use
So
that
everything was good.
as an example because on the drive up to Pittsburgh, I was in all the videos, but on
Thank
the
you,
drive
Liz.
back, I had gotten no sleep and
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't do it. So there was sometimes where it was like, oh, that would have been great, but it's like I can't. So he just let me sleep really from the through
Yeah, so
Poe
yeah,
and
Edgar Allan Poe's gravesite
The
and
stairs.
The Exorcist filming locations.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica wasn't in those, but the very
In the
first,
first one I
rendition,
was,
she
yeah.
was in there a lot. Then we lost all the footage, and then we filmed it going back to Orlando. So she was asleep in the car
Right.
early in the morning,
Because it
and
was
I was
filmed at
filmed it.
completely different hours, but it
Yeah.
ended up working out a lot better because the lighting was so much
Mm-hmm.
better. So I mean, it I still have the memories of the time we spent together on the drive up, but I can't review it on camera, and that's okay. You don't have to capture every single minute thing because you're gonna have a lot to edit, and that's one thing I think we learned a lot was what we want to capture, what we want to keep, and just trying not to like
Don't dwell.
don't dwell and don't yeah, let it go. Be free, my little bird. Go into the world.
You know
Once
that
you let it go, just let it go.
that saying that it could always be worse, or
Yeah.
just whenever you think you're doing great, something better happens. You know what I mean? Uh, it's a lot like that.
Yeah.
When we are making videos, it's very easy to get caught in the mindset of everything needs to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I do it all the time. Every time we film, the lighting
Mm-hmm.
isn't right, and I lose my mind. Then I go back and I look at the footage and I go, wow, you know what? I really like that. That was really awesome, and I feel like an idiot. But you keep moving forward. You just
Yeah.
do it. It's not going to be perfect. Life isn't perfect. We're not working on a $500,000 or a $4 million budget
I would love to see Transylvania.
that
No.
is scripted. That
No.
before we even turn on the camera, we know exactly what's going to be said. Everything is
Well,
blocked
we
off.
still have a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
Too.
we create it and just go with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes things don't work out.
Sometimes we sleep in our car.
A lot of times we sleep in our car.
A lot of times we go shopping at the dollar store for food because it's the cheapest option we have. Um, Sometimes I think the biggest thing that we've learned though
The
while
gimbal.
doing this,
Ooh.
right?
We got that figured out though. We got that all working. So thank you.
Is when you're filming and if you find that you're starting to get at each other's throats or if one or the other is becoming irritated by something, it's time for a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you feel like you're on a very strict schedule be damned, the relationship is more important, and if it's not going to be fun, then it defeats the purpose of why we're doing it and the reason of because sometimes you can lose light a lot quicker than you intended because of weather or directions going through backwoods country areas. Sometimes you go into loops and it should have been straightforward but it wasn't clear, so you get a detour that takes you an hour or two out of the way where you should have been in a location filming already and you haven't gotten there, so your anxiety gets up and things like that. So you sometimes got to just take a step back and go, what's the reason why I'm doing this? Is it so I'm here at 2 o'clock exactly on the dot? No. But it's easy, just like working on anything else. When you have a deadline, when you have a project, it's easy to let your emotions get in the way. Just to remember to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun is the biggest part about doing everything because that's where you build your memories together. Nope, that's a long one. Let me read. What I love the most about your channel, besides the content, is that you guys are down to earth, and even with a top level production, you don't find that tangibility. We're part of the journey. Thank you, and that we really hope that you guys do feel that way.
Yeah, we love taking you guys on adventures, and every time that we go somewhere or we plan these trips because of you guys,
Time does fly when you're filming too.
yeah, we're always thinking, they're gonna love this. They're absolutely gonna love this, and everything we film is genuine. If we don't are not interested in it, or if we get there and we're like, you know what,
it sucks.
we're not feeling this, we're not going to share it with you. If we turn our camera on, it's because we're excited about it.
Yeah.
And so that's that. So
and we're never going to blow something out of proportion.
Yeah, she says this all the time and it cracks me up.
I use this as a perfect example.
Sam, Expedition Theme Park. How you doing? Sorry, we had to say hello to a friend of ours, Expedition Theme Park, Sam, who is living here in Orlando. Tip my...
Oh, yeah. You haven't been wearing hats lately.
Right?
You look so good in a hat, though.
Thank you.
I love your face without it.
I love my face without a face, too. We have 2 small videos coming out, and we have a big video. It's kind of like, it's Charles Manson big. So,
Hi, Heart.
Be prepared for that. Yes. Hello, horror fan dad. Now I'm gonna talk like this.
Okay, I like it.
Hi. Are you... Wait, that looks funny. Are you ready to go on an adventure?
Oh, you're ready.
I'm like that guy from Jumanji.
What do they call him?
Oh, I don't know.
He's a guide.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's
I don't know what they call him though.
Welcome to Jumanji.
What? Oh, now I can't remember any of their names.
No, the other guy. The guy who was in What We Do in the Shadows. No.
No.
Fight of the Concords.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the menu. Like he's a prompt.
Yeah. I'm that.
Yeah.
It's in the letter I sent you. It's in your pocket.
Didn't you get my letter?
It's in the letter I sent you. It's in your pocket. Yes.
Yeah. What are the dates we're going to be in Texas?
Oh, Texas. Which trip? Okay, so
Either, both.
the end of this month, March 31st through...
Swearwolves. Yes, he was in it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
March 31st through April 6th, we're going to be in the Austin area. And then April 30th to May 6th, we're going to be in the Dallas area.
I think the Fraggle Rock Traveler was Uncle Red. I know it's an uncle, but I can't remember his name.
Uncle Ben's Rice.
No. Uncle Red or Uncle Ted or something like that.
Hello, Jose. What does it say?
One of the most haunted towns is supposedly Jefferson City in Texas.
I don't know if we're going to be anywhere near that.
I am not good at the geography yet.
Our Texas trip, our schedule for Texas is insane.
Horror fan dad, you missed it earlier, but we are going to Salem for the week of Halloween this year.
Spooky.
And I am so excited I could pee.
Plastic sheets.
Ew.
What did somebody say here? Are you mostly into the theme parks? I pick and choose about the Disney movies. Theme parks. I love the theme parks. The theme parks are big for me. Los Angeles. Hello, Los Angeles. We love you. We miss Los Angeles. We miss California. Just saying.
We don't go out of our way to watch the movies because we have the AMC membership where on Tuesdays it's $5 movie day. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, who's going to watch a movie any other time of the week if you have $5 movie day?
What are we seeing on Tuesday?
Onward!
Yes, right. She's really excited about seeing the movie Onward.
Yeah.
So we're going to go check it out.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about it. I keep thinking that tomorrow is Tuesday and I'm sad again.
Let's see here.
Gay's Lion Farm.
Don't
the
know.
old lion farm here in El Monte. Why did that sound familiar? Old lion farm. I would love to visit. We get so sad because Michael keeps up on everything that happens. Especially, well, a lot more than I do.
Who's Michael?
And so he's... I can hear him when he's reading an article about something coming up. I can hear it in his voice. He's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "What's happening out in California now?" Because everything happens out in California. You know, all the a lot of premieres, a lot of stuff that happens with pop-ups and things. And then was it the Danny Elfman thing that happened in Vegas? You got really sad we couldn't go. The exhibit.
No, the Tim Burton exhibit that's happening in Vegas. It's still going on right now.
The Tim Burton exhibit in
we
Vegas.
just might take a weekend trip to Vegas.
But then there's from Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, Vegas. Like I said, we just may take a cheap weekend trip to Vegas. She has no idea.
Yeah, fear of missing out. Yeah. You talk about it enough. I kind of assume it's gonna happen one of these days. Like I don't even pay attention anymore, to be honest with you. Like
have a good night, Ian.
It's probably coming.
It is getting a little late, I think.
It is getting a little late.
Hello, Clay, Marissa, Roper, just moved out here to LA already. Everybody keeps telling us that. Everybody keeps telling us that.
The next time we do visit California, we will for sure do a meet and greet. We were gonna do one when we were out there last, but yeah, we had to even cut some of our filming locations that we were going to do because we just ran out of time.
All right, I think it's about time that we bring this shindig to a close. If you're just joining us, I do apologize. We're going to do if
Sorry.
if you guys want to ask
A
any more
hiccup.
questions before we head out, we can do let's do like 5 more questions and then we're going to say goodnight.
Thank you, Clay.
So, for a second there I said, Jessica, my girlfriend lives in your hair, but it's loves your hair. Have a good night, Ian. Ian.
It's
So
that like redheadish tone when you're in between bleach jobs. Yeah, I
so
like
let's
it.
do 5 more questions, and then we're gonna say good evening,
Okay.
and we're gonna
Oh
be
my
doing a new
God.
live video very soon.
Tyler paints mini D&Ds. That is so cool. I have a lot of friends who play D&D, and I always love watching them paint the stuff. It's so cool. How does it work with international addresses with Postcards Club? What's the postage cost? Um, we do postcards because they're a specific regulated price. So to send a postcard overseas, you guys don't have to pay anything extra for that. That's included in your Patreon.
Right.
So whenever we do the postcards every month, you don't have to pay an additional amount anywhere. That's already included. With international addresses, just make sure that you have your address connected to your Patreon, and it's not a problem. That's all you got to do.
And every month we go through and we go, okay, this person here is on that tier, and we fill out, handwrite your card. You can either do the custom postcard, which we advertise across our social media, and then we also have weird, strange postcards that we pass out. So either way, look into it if it's something you want. The Patreon, $1 or up. We're looking at doing some PayPal stuff, or you can join us on these live ventures and do this thing called Super Chat, which is kind of hard. Oh yeah, also grimlifecollective.com. It's our official store, grimlifecollective.com. This weekend we have new holographic stickers coming.
Yay!
Holographic. They're cool.
Sticker bill. Yeah.
So look out for that. So there's many different ways that you can be a part of the Grim Life. The biggest one is just watching and commenting and showing up here for the live videos. It means the world to us.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jeff. There was a question. I lost it. Someone asked if we've seen the new trailer for Candyman. We have, and we're actually excited to go see it. That's one of the things we're definitely going to see when it comes open. Have you seen the It's Alive classic horror art from South Carolina?
So what is it?
Have you seen the It's Alive classic horror art from South Carolina? It's
No.
on exhibit now for a while. It's at the Columbia Museum of Art in South Carolina.
I don't know about this.
We're not terribly close to South Carolina. I know it sounds like everything's close down here, but it's not.
No. We still got to drive through.
To go to South Carolina is probably like a full day's drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of driving.
Jeff, so good night.
Thank you,
Sorry you did miss it. You can go back and watch. I do apologize. We're going to be doing another one very, very soon. Like I said, we have 2 small videos coming, and then we have a big video that
Good night, Summer.
is a big deal for us here at the Grim Life Collective, us filming it. So when that comes up, we're going to do another live video. So probably in about a week, that'll be up.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and do at least one live video a week. Sometimes we get a little backlogged with editing and just work schedules. Sometimes he works a lot of opening shifts. Sometimes he works a lot of closing shifts. So when he works a full week of closing shifts, obviously we're going to have to just release regular videos instead of doing live. But we love doing live with you guys. It makes our night, you know.
Thank
so
you,
we're
Marissa.
Try and do that on a regular basis.
Yes. We like the idea of taking you guys out and about, so expect a lot more of that. It's just nice to just kind of sit and chit chat and see what you guys are doing and just answer some questions and give you an idea of what's happening in our lives. So, if you've ever been to Australia or planning on coming down to Australia?
I would love to come to Australia. I really want to go to New Zealand and see all the filming from The Hobbit.
It's pronounced Hobbit.
I want to see all the Hobbit houses.
Hobbit houses.
Hobbit houses. Yeah. I would love to see Australia. I've never been. I haven't not flown internationally yet. Well, technically I did. I've been to Puerto Rico, and that's the only time I've been out of the United States. I want to go everywhere. I want to see everything. I'm in love with every country and culture, and I just want to just absorb it all. Lots of sharks. Well, I'm probably not going to get in the water.
I use iMovie to edit, and I keep it pretty simple. Somebody asked about that. At some day, hiring somebody to do editing, I don't know. It's never really occurred to me. I mean, everything that we do here,
Mm-mm.
we film, we edit, and
I don't
we
think
do
we
it all
would hire
ourselves. But
somebody because it's, I always get nervous about letting somebody else have the content to do what they want with it because they might not have the same eye that we have.
right,
Like I feel like our kind of stamp is on our videos by the way we edit them because it shows our personality.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like we are. I'm not saying that we are like God's greatest gift to like YouTube or anything like that. By no means. But I do feel like compared to a
Yeah.
lot of other
Yeah.
YouTubers, I hate that word. A lot of YouTubers, ours is rather cinematic compared to some of the other ones, especially when it comes to
Where they
theme
do that
parks.
like that quick cut editing thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like they cut themselves like they had two sentences and they cut up all the words and then pasted them together.
Oh yeah, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, sometimes you have to
I
do
mean
it.
it's funny sometimes,
Hmm.
but I think it's more like a style actually. And
Yeah.
that's just not like one of our things. So I don't know.
I actually went to
Hi,
film school
Ollie.
in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a place
I'm sorry I
called
can't read
Pittsburgh
your message, but
Filmmakers.
hi.
So Pittsburgh Filmmakers in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I went to film school there for a little bit, so maybe that's where I get it from. I don't know.
Oh no.
And thank you for noticing
Power's
that.
out in Anaheim for Galaxy's Edge. That sucks.
Say what?
What?
Maybe it's on the dark side of the moon. Thank you,
Ooh,
Jeff.
that would be cool.
What's that?
You can walk on a glacier in the South Island of New Zealand. I didn't know they had glaciers down there. I thought it was hot.
New Zealand is up there.
No, New Zealand. Wait. No, New Zealand is off. No. It's between South America, or South Africa, and Australia. It's right next to Australia.
It's over there.
Stop!
It's behind there. Thank you. Sharing personal travel videos. With that being said, oh no, it's a foot. Oh gosh. Why does it smell like Oreos? Somebody says, how do you balance travel and work? And how do you manage to constantly take long journeys with your work? Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, man.
You pick on me, I just fall down. And you do the video by yourself?
A lot of planning. I'm going to say that right now. We take a lot of time and we work things around a lot of planning. I am a bit of a planning junkie. And
we should show the itinerary sometime. We should like sign them and hand them out.
I do these
Work of
itineraries. We'll do a video on the itinerary. We'll show
Of how
one of
you
the
do it,
itineraries. Yeah. Well,
like
I'll show
it's
the.
an art form, man.
Oh man.
Like you could be like a band producer or a tour manager. You could absolutely be a tour manager or a movie producer.
A friend of ours, John Massari, who wrote the music for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, among a bunch of other crazy things. We stayed with them out in California.
Oreo feet.
I sent.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I sent him a copy of our itinerary because we were staying with them. We wanted them to know where we were going to be at all times. And one of the very first things he said was, "You sound like a producer. Like this is what producers do." So
especially once he saw the itinerary that you'd drawn up.
yeah, and we kept really close to
Yeah.
those times. So
I mean, it really helps, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's my biggest frustration, but it does help us keep things in line where we should be, how long, what we can fit into
hi, Brian.
realistically in a day of filming when we're traveling outside of our hometown. So it is kind of necessary. I mean, sometimes it's nice to wing it, but you miss out on a lot of things. I think when there's a lot of things that you want to see and you're going to visit a place for the first time, it's really important to have an itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
But you do it down to like minutes and hours. It can be frustrating, but we've learned to be a little more relaxed on it.
We have a lot of new things coming, aside from the
Yeah.
typical videos that we create. Videos we create, live videos. We have some Patreon-only exclusive things that we're going to be doing, as well as movie reviews. We're thinking about doing this almost like a midnight hour movie review where we watch a movie that you know of. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't seen it, and then we review it in great spoilerish detail.
Yeah.
In weird kind of ways. Maybe we'll drink. I don't know. But anyhow, look for that. We got a lot of stuff coming.
The Invisible Man. Did we do it? We did.
We
do a
did.
Video
We
on
did.
The Invisible Man.
A non-spoiler review. People want spoilers, though.
Do they?
So we're
I
going to
always
start
feel
spoiling
bad.
things for you guys. This is ready for this? We're going to do
feel
a movie
bad.
review and eat spoiled fruit.
Ugh.
and talk about the spoilers of
You
movies.
can all you like. I'm not joining in.
All right, we should get
Yeah.
going. Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us. Look in the
Oh,
description of
sure.
all of our videos. You'll find information on ways you can help the channel grow,
Yeah.
as well as be a part of the Grimm family. And we love you guys. Thank you for watching our videos and making this channel happen. It means the world to us. Until then, until next time,
Bye.
happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.